is hidden far from here. I wonder how I might atone. It's been a year since I left home. The wind is blowing faster now. I'm searching though I don't know how. There was a time I used to know. I lost my bearings long ago. No, this time it's my imagination, my fading inspiration that dances in my mind, and it's a crime. Only my imagination, my own interpretation should lead me down this road, and I know where to go. To find my travels as you
As always, defy those travels as you can. What's going on, everybody?
leave, I'm not your
Welcome, Goglings. Welcome, Gogorifics, Gog peoples, Goggers of the world. Welcome to a Tuesday. It is April 13th, 2021, about 10 minutes after 4 p.m. Eastern. Welcome to episode 271 of Pen and Pixels. I am your host, Arvin Eleron. This is the show that focuses on story and narrative in games, and that has been doing so every Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern for a number of years now. Sort of hard to believe, and thank you, Subarely. I appreciate the compliment. That is my band, The Road, which is working on its fourth album. But that song you just heard is from our first album called Drift. So thank you for the compliment. I'm glad that you liked it. And that has also been the long-term intro music for this show as well. I hope everyone is having a good one and is looking forward to an awesome stream today of Neverwinter Nights 2 Complete. Those of you who are just over on my channel will know that I am just continuing what I started. This is my first, and I don't know if it's going to be only, but it's my first ever cross-channel thing where I'm doing stuff on both, and because that gives me half a chance of actually finishing it, by the end of this century. So that's why I'm doing it on both my channel and on GOG. And so, so you're going to have a chance to play along with me with this awesome game. Before we go any further, just a couple of reminders. If you haven't done so already, please follow us here on GOG.com. That is always appreciated. If you haven't done so already, Moin Moin from Germany. Very nice, very nice. If you haven't done so already, please make sure as well to subscribe to the channel. That supports all of us here on GOG and allows you to get those awesome custom sub badges and emotes and all that kind of good stuff. And if you haven't done so, please as well consider clicking through and checking out our own individual channels, because we have our own, subsystems and Patreons and all that stuff over there as well. So that's what we've got going on. It's very exciting for the stream at the channel at the moment. We have some new people that have just come in place. Virtute, I really don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, or if it's Virtute. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I only know that he's a cool dude who's just joined the team. And Ash said hi, who I think is awesome, and I've had a chance to sit and watch a few of her streams on her own channel, and I watched her guest stream here, and she's great. So I'm super glad that she's part of the team. Super glad that, again, Virtute is also with us, and I'm probably terribly butchering it, and I'm really sorry. I have to find out. Anyway, he's also an awesome dude. I can tell this because he's on our Discord, so I'm able to see that he's a cool guy. So I'm looking forward to watching some of his streams as well. So thank you and welcome to the new folks who have joined the stream team. And yeah, always a pleasure to be a part of this team. Led ably by Pyron Jade, our fearless leader, and always provided to you by GOG.com. And I do want to quickly say, by the way, that if people get value out of these streams, I really hope you'll consider letting the powers that be know at GOG, dropping them a line, even, and also publicly saying this on Twitter about, the stream team, these are cool folks and we like what they're doing. That's a big help to us. And, GOG has been very kind to us over the years and is very supportive of what we do, but it's cool to get the sense that people are also backing us up on it, and that would be nice. So if anyone's ever able to do that, please consider it, because that's always lovely. So having said all of that, it is time for me to bring you into the mix. Hold on just a second here. 1 second as I do this, and then I'm going to do that. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my very bright office. It's a very strange thing. So this office is fairly new. This streaming space and office is new, and I've been here just a little bit over a month. And so I love this place. Like there's so much light, and I love it. And I've now got a new lighting setup for evening streams, so it's great. But it's an interesting thing because I'm going to be interested to see how things happen when we get to the winter time, and we're looking at streaming during that time and how that affects sort of the darkness situation. But typically, what happens is I start at 4 when the sun is still out, and at least in the wintertime, I end at 7 p.m. when the sun is decidedly not out. That's not really the case now, but it means that I start out and I have to have my camera at a low aperture. Otherwise, I just look like the voice of God. Like I just have this massive halo behind me, and it's one of those things where it's just like, you can't see. And so I obviously have to drop the aperture on my camera. But then as time goes on, it gets darker and darker. And if I'm not careful, then people are like, is that Arvin? Is Arv, are you, can we see you? So then I have to open up the aperture again, all of which is a long-winded way of saying that over time you will notice the light in here change. Right now I love it, and oh, thank you, Echo. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the compliment. So anyway, but otherwise, I think we are ready to go. So I'm going to get into some Neverwinter Nights 2. I know this is a very popular game. I was surprised because I didn't show you all some show and tell. I showed my channel earlier today, so I showed this to you also. So I have, in fact, I'll get the other show and tell. Hang on a second. Show and tell, chat. Show and tell. You've heard of box hype, but have you heard of show and tell hype? That's the question here. That's really what we need to know. All right, I got this. I've got this. Okay, so, all right, chat, this is not a box hype. I could never keep up with Kilgore, but I do have a number of games myself. He's older than me, but I definitely have some, I have got some age on some of the folks here. Give me 1 second. All right, just making sure I was getting my headphones working properly. Okay. It's totally evil Arvin. All right. So, how old am I? 48. Okay, here we go. So, here is what we've got. I wanted to show you all this, and then I'll conclude with the star of the show for today. So, first of all, Baldur's Gate, the original, still the greatest. Well, one of the greatest. 5 CDs right here. You got 5 CDs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, of course, we've got the quick reference card. Always need the quick reference card for that going on. So we've got that going on. Baldur's Gate. I also, of course, have the manual, but I didn't bring that out for everybody. This is actually one of my favorite CD cases because it's just, I don't know. It's like a folder of awesome, basically, right? So we've got that. Then we've got Neverwinter Nights, the original, Neverwinter Nights Platinum. So we've got that. When cover art really mattered, right? Disc 3. And I love that this is the install disc, right? And then you got disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, Neverwinter Nights Platinum going on right there. It really is. I love both of these, actually. These are really cool. So I got that, right? Then the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen. The original Neverwinter Nights 2. This is not Neverwinter Nights 2 complete manual. Come on, camera, you can do it. There we go. Neverwinter Nights 2. We got that going on. And the thing that we're going to be getting to after we finish this game, Mask of the Betrayer, which is what I'm going to be doing when I finish Neverwinter Nights 2, the main campaign. So these are all the ones that I had. And you can actually see, I got this at Electronics Boutique, where I used to work in the late 90s. And you can actually see there, $19.99 right there is what it cost at the time. So we've got that stuff going on. So again, this is not to steal, not to rip off of Kilgore, who I see just came in here, whose box hype is considerable. But I wanted to show a little bit of my all minor sort of, type of stuff as we get into Neverwinter Nights 2. You have the Chaotic Evil Edition case, really. Is my audio lower than normal? I don't think so. Has this been a thing lately going on with people's audio being lower than normal? I noticed people were talking about this with Dan Van Dam, too. I mean, I can certainly turn up a little bit, but I feel like I'm blasting out my own sound is what I'm doing, so. Is that any better? Is that any better? Check 1, check 2. Because I don't like clipping with audio. And so... It's fine? Okay. Yeah, because, I still have to figure out what I want to do about this microphone. I really love my MXL 990, but it's starting to interfere, I think, with the autofocus sometimes, and I don't love shotgun mics, but maybe one of the things to do would be to hold it, like, up, out of frame, and then I just yell up at it like this. This is completely normal, right, chat? Okay, it's time for Neverwinter Nights 2. Oh, man. The completely normal pro streamer look, right? Audio is still fine, even when I'm doing that. See, the thing is, too, you have to be careful because then you pick up more. Now, this is actually fairly sound deadened, but you can pick up a lot more outside of it, and that can sometimes be a problem. Yeah, exactly. If you see, and actually, I mean, I am the lead singer for my band that you just heard playing before. And one of the things you learn during vocal lessons and vocal work is that these people, sometimes when they try to hit higher notes, they sort of instinctually do this, like they're trying to go up like this. One of the worst offenders of this was, I just completely blanked. The lead singer of Oasis. Oh my God, why did I just blank on his name? The lead singer of Oasis, whose brother played with him. Anyway, I'll figure it out, or Chad is going to tell me in 3 seconds. Yes, Liam Gallagher, thank you. So Liam Gallagher has this problem a lot, and you may have noticed, so he has that, today is gonna be the day that they're gonna turn it back to you, right? He has a very na-na-na-na. And if you look at him live, he does exactly that. I don't believe that. And what he's doing by doing this is, instead of having the muscles that are much stronger from the diaphragm do it, I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now, right? Instead of doing that, all of his muscle work is happening up here. Well, these muscles in the throat, etc., are far weaker than the muscles you get from the diaphragm. So in fact, when you're trying to hit a higher note, you actually don't want to do this, because not only are you straining your muscles, you're also lowering or reducing the amount of air coming through that can be heard. You want to lower, if anything, so that you have a more open air passageway. So that, I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now, right? You want to lower your head. So as a consequence, that thing is just like, yeah, sing from the diagram through your forehead, exactly. But not this, because, so anyway. So that has had negative effects on certain singers that use their vocal cords, or use their too much throat and not enough diaphragm. I also know this because my mother, who was off-Broadway, actress and singer, basically, hammered it into me when I was younger. Like, nope, lower your face, not through your throat. So anyway, none of you knew you were going to be getting impromptu singing technique questions. So with all of that said, let's actually get to the point of the game today, which is, of course, a little bit of Neverwinter Nights 2 complete. Let's make it happen. Yeah, definitely not through your throat. That is not what you want. Okay. Right. So we've got that, and we've got that, and we've got that, and let's do it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and that's right. And people who do these sort of public speaking things, some of them, when they use their voice improperly, end up having things that they not only strain their voice, they end up creating, eventually they can create nodules on their vocal cords, which can do great damage and sometimes can even become cancerous if it's bad enough. Annie Lennox from The Pretenders had this problem, and not from The Pretenders, from the Pretenders, the Eurythmics, and ended up having to change the way she sang entirely because she was doing that. Dick Vitale, the famous basketball announcer, same deals. They had to be retrained to use their voice properly because otherwise it was too much up here and not too much down here. So yeah. Yes, I'm going to have to move my webcam. Thank you for the reminder, Echo. I shall do that as soon as we get started. Yeah. That's true, actually, Kilgore. I remember hearing about that actually his technique was much better than people might think. We're on a highway to hell. And then you got the guy from Stone Temple, but not, you got the guy from Crash Test Dummies. He's got the... Once there was this kid who couldn't go and change with the boys in the change room and wait. That guy. Wow. Yeah. And the thing is, too, that what ends up happening, a lot of people get sort of like two careers and they end up singing differently that way. And of course, everyone's voice, too, tends to change over time. Elton John, if you listen to him initially, had a much higher range, and as time went on, his voice altered, and he ended up singing with it. So if you listen to the Elton John from the 80s, singing, I guess that's why they call it the blues, and then you think about Madman Across the Water from the 70s, vastly different singing sounds and techniques. And so part of that, too, is understanding kind of the limits of your voice. There are other people whose voice never goes anywhere. Tommy Shaw, one of the singers for Styx, an incredible guitar player, that dude can still bring it. I mean, that dude can still hit notes, and he's 70-something. It can still hit notes that are off the chain, like really impressive, despite the fact that he's older. So not all the time is it the case that people's voice loses it, and a lot of times those people who have worked to try to improve their craft all the way through can hold on to their voice for a very long time. So, yeah, John Anderson from Yes, yeah. Or I imagine another one would be Geddy Lee from Rush, although he has a little bit of, he struggles a bit with the higher stuff now, but. Oh, that's interesting, Echo. I didn't actually know that about Gary Oldman. Interesting patch up. I didn't actually I didn't know that could happen. That's really interesting. I mean, I'm sorry that you have to do that, but I think that's interesting. Huh. To reset his chords with blowing through a straw? Really? Yeah, some of these techniques are really fascinating, because I used to ask my mother. My mother was in the traveling company, The Sound of Music, in the 60s with a bunch of the original cast members. And I used to ask my mother, like, I mean, you're performing every night, you're singing every night, and you're doing this like 5-6 days a week. And in the traveling company's case, you're doing it with travel in between. So like, and I'm like, how do you? And she's like, well, you get the right technique to begin with, and then you can just continually use that technique. So that, she said, there's no reason that people can't sing 3-4 hours a night and sing, 5-6 hours, 6 days a week, as long as they're doing the proper kind of technique to make it happen. So yeah. And I imagine it's the same thing. I know it's the same thing for dancers and for other musicians. I imagine Kilgore would say that for a guitar player, having lousy technique that kind of gets you by is the kind of thing that eventually is going to catch up to you if you want to be serious about it. As a trumpet player, also, I can say that when I first started playing trumpet, my embouchure was not right. Embouchure is the way that the mouth fits on the mouthpiece, basically. And mine rested too much on the lips. And you want to play the French horn that way, but you do not want to play the trumpet that way. For trumpet, for trombone, for tuba, for a lot of the wind, euphonium, a lot of the wind instruments like that, for the brass instruments, you want to have your mouth, right? You don't want that, right? First of all, because you don't want to spit. But also because it's these, again, muscles are not as strong. So my embouchure was not what it was supposed to be. And I kind of like, I was a good player. And I kind of was like, I don't want to like take 6 months to a year to relearn it now. And like, well, I'm going to lose all this stuff. Plus I had braces, and braces also screws up a trumpet player like nobody's business. And in the end, I ended up getting kind of discouraged and I stopped playing. And when I came back to it a couple of years later, I started by playing the right way, by doing the embouchure the right way, and it made a world of difference. I just wish I hadn't been young and stupid trying to figure that out at the time, or, so. Yeah, Tire Fire. Well, listen, Cornell was just a wonderful songwriter, so. That's really neat, Patch Up, actually. The song I demonstrated... Did you mean that song? I don't know that I have a name for that, to be honest with you. All right, let's get to it. Some of the people are like, I love Neverwinter Nights, and instead they get vocal lessons with Arv. Okay, so we have fought off the attack on West Harbor, and so we have 2 quests that we're dealing with. Retta Starling wants us to find out about her son, Lorne Starling. And then Dagan, that jerk of a father, wants us to visit his half-brother Duncan in Neverwinter, who runs a small inn called the Sunken Flagon. So that's the deal with that. And I've talked to everybody here except for Georg Redfell, who I'm going to talk to now. Exactly. Yeah, Kilgore, exactly. And when you have it locked in, it's hard to do it. So it just makes so much sense to do it right the first time. It's why some players, like some really impressive guitar players that I see, classical guitar players in particular, I sometimes marvel at their skill, and you just see that like their technique is so good that it just makes a huge difference. And people sometimes will bring up, they're like, well, what about Dizzy Gillespie, who played like, he was the player, for those of you who don't know, famous trumpet player, jazz player, who played with his cheeks puffed out like this, and he'd done so for so long that his cheeks literally would expand like this when he played. And then he would play, his trumpet fell one day, and so his bell was bent up, so he played like this. And the answer to that is A, exceptions prove the rule. B, Gillespie did that thing with his cheeks after he had learned the rules in another way. And so learning the rules and then breaking them when you know what you're doing is a different thing than not learning the rules and thinking you're a special snowflake who can do everything differently the way that, your own way to begin with, because, you may not know what you're doing at all, right? Or Jimi Hendrix, who played his guitar upside down, for example. I think Kilgore would agree that it obviously didn't affect him in the long run, but he was also someone who knew his technique in other ways. So, right, exactly. Exactly, yeah. What did I do about the Duragar that was on fire? That's a good question. Did I even see the Duragar was on fire? I think what I did about the Duragar on fire was that I told him to get bent, I think is what happened. Yeah, see, I already talked to all these people. I think I wanted to save him, but he was just like, no. Also, Chad, I'd like to point out I have a familiar, so I have 3 levels in Ranger, 1 level in Sorcerer, because I'm trying to make an Arcane Archer. This is my familiar, Hazel. Say hello, Hazel.
I am listening.
Oh, the humming song. Oh, yes, that song is literally called by Crash Test Dummies. Guy's got an amazing voice. Once there was this girl who couldn't, had an accident and couldn't come to school, and when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. And the chorus is literally, like that's the video, that's the sound. They're an interesting band. I think they had 1, maybe 2 albums, and they had a couple of other cool songs too, but they're just a very, I don't know. It was a kind of a weird band. It was not a band that was probably going to have a lot of staying power, but yeah, the Weird Al version better. Right. Patch up. Big difference. Because, again, knowing this is the same thing in writing. Everyone talks about, like they look at James Joyce and they say, well, James Joyce, Finnegan's Wake doesn't really adhere to any standard rules. And, Ulysses breaks all kinds of rules. Yes, but before he wrote Ulysses, he wrote Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man, which is a very conventional, very good, but a very conventional novel. So, again, you have to know the rules before you can then break them, and break them in the right ways. So a lot of times people, say you should not be slavishly sticking to particular rules of English. And the answer to that is, of course, you can change rules around in your writing as you like, once you know what the rules are to begin with. Otherwise, you're just flailing. And 9 times out of 10, that lack of knowledge means that what you come across as is someone who's basically doing amateur hour instead of someone who is actually really engaged in new and innovative stuff. So, got to know the rules before you break them. Like just what Kilgore said, yeah. Know what rules you're breaking and why. Exactly. Okay, let's talk to Garrick.
So, Dagon is sending you to Neverwinter, eh? I can't say I approve. If it were a militia matter, I wouldn't send you alone. But I don't have any right to tell him how to raise his child. Can you at least tell me why you're going? Your father wouldn't tell me a thing.
I'm taking what the invaders were looking for. Actually, why do you want to know?
Was that a joke? People look up to you. Some even had you sized up to be the next one to lead the village.
Oh, well.
So, why are you leaving?
I'm taking what the invaders were looking for away from here.
You know what they were looking for? They tore apart half the houses in town. What is it?
Chunk of silver doesn't even look valuable.
Obviously, those beasts didn't come all that way for a chunk of silver. There must be more to it than that.
Listen, Mr. Clean, this is the way things go, all right? It's possible. I'm taking it to Neverwinter to find out more.
That does sound important. More important than staying here. It won't be easy reaching Neverwinter. I've traveled that way once or twice.
Back to killing kobolds.
It's a dangerous journey, especially
Class
for
is
one
now
traveling
adjourned.
alone. You might want to ask around the village. If you're going to leave, some folks might be able to offer some help.
Can you help me? Agent 42. Hear any stories of the outside world?
So, you want to hear a story? Look out for the swamp elf. You see, an elf never stops growing, and usually they head to Evermeet before they get much bigger than human-sized. But one of the eldest lives in our own swamp. Huge he is, tall as a tree. It's the truth, I say. This giant elf has been known to hurl rocks great distances, and it has the...
Do I know what that
evil
shard
eye.
is?
If it ever locks eyes
I have
on
a guess. It turns you into a frog, maybe?
No, but close. It turns you into a stone. Not stone, but a stone. Just look around the swamp, and you'll see hundreds of its victims. And just by looking at them, you can't tell if it's just an ordinary rock, or whether it used to be a man. If you listen quietly, late at night, you can even hear them.
And what it actually says is, rock like a man, talk like a spam, rock like a man, well, rock like a man. I think it is a shard of a weapon, Inchtomaniac. My guess is a weapon yielded by an other planar creature. That's my guess. Well, your stories are entertaining, at least.
Stories? Just don't look him in the eyes.
This guy's a clown. What can you tell me about the road to Neverwinter?
The road is as wild as a road can get and still be called a road. And that was before the patrols stopped coming.
That's why it's called
There's
a wild
only the
road.
one road in the mare, and that leads to us.
Okay.
There's a small inn on the way.
Sure.
Makes most of his trade off adventurers and the like. Galen, you remember him?
Oh, yeah, I remember
the
him.
merchant? Well, he says the road is even worse than before. Lizardlings and other creatures have been sighted. and in large numbers.
Large numbers. Why did the patrols along the road stop?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I can say is I
the
wish
wild
they'd
side.
start up again.
Yeah,
Might have prevented the attack on us, or
Maybe.
at least given us some warning.
maybe. What sort of dangers are in the swamp?
Lizardlings you already know.
Besides your
Although,
swamp fake
the ones
giant
around
elf.
here are the weakest of their lot. So if you see others, expect a tough fight. The swamp beetles and other critters have been more active too. Adar said he saw a whole nest of them not 2 moons back, scuttling around the mare. And lastly, stick to the road. I hear there are spiders, walking dead, and worse, off the road.
Who actually lives in a village in a swamp on purpose? What can you tell me
He's
about
about
Galen?
the only merchant that comes our way. Does it once or twice a year. And thank Joaquin he does. We don't have a blacksmith, so he sells us what we can't make ourselves. With the way he loves to stop and chat, I wouldn't be surprised if you caught up with him.
That's good, because I need some stuff.
Of course. Like what?
Can you give me anything to help? Look at... notice always that Hazel, behind me, my rabbit, is silently judging him. He's always just like... silently judging Georg all the time. Can you give me anything to help?
I really ought to give you something for your years of help in the militia.
Yeah, you should.
You'll be missed.
He is a chonker.
Take this shield.
Patch up.
It's always served me
What's up,
well.
Gilt?
And even if you don't use it, you can sell it for some gold that might do you some good.
Oh, thanks. All right. Light shield. Oh, hey. Hey, now, let's go get this identified. All right, so we're going to go get this identified with our boy Tarmus. And then once that's done, we're going to get on out of here. And we got to go get on the road. Get on the road. Tarmus, I have something for you to examine. Tarmus! Tarmus!
This incursion is the most noteworthy event that's happened here in years.
Can I buy some items? Actually, yeah.
Do you think it's by choice? Having filthy beggar children tidying my place up with inept hands and clouded minds? I could hire a servant for that, but the village has expectations of a resident wizard, responsibilities that cannot be shirked.
He's a
so
killer.
I teach them their letters so they can write dirty messages in the mud or some such rot, only to watch them throw it all away in a meaningless gesture of loyalty.
Throw it all
Stupid
away,
girl.
and throw it all away.
Of course. In fact, I would prefer it.
Okay. Buy
Oh,
some.
very well. I suppose I could always use more coin.
What's up, Dragon? Tarmus is not bitter at all. Exactly. All right. All right. Identify. Light shield +1. Okay. Great. Oh, can't use that and use this. All right. Well, nonetheless, now I have it. I have the golden chalice of Lathander. Blah blah blah. Okay, good. All right. Cool. All right. Thanks for your assistance, Tarmus. All right. That one, I think that bag there is stuff that I just left because it was, I don't want it, and... Are you serious? You don't even let me... Man, drop that. Don't want your damn throwing axe. Alright. I got a longbow. I got 33 arrows, though. Can I buy arrows from you? Because
This
I need arrows.
incursion is the
Yes,
most
yes,
noteworthy
yes.
event. Oh,
Can I buy... I can buy arrows from you. Yes, I can. Alright, good. I need some. Buy. And I'll buy another set. And at some point, of course, we're going to get into this big... at some point, we'll get into this thing where we'll find out that these... we'll get a bunch of +1 arrows, and these other arrows will seem very quaint, but... We are still early on, relatively speaking. Okay. Alright. I think I ever talked to you, did I? So you're headed off to Neverwinter, are you? Just remember you're a harborman and don't take any guff from the city folk. We harbormen can take care of ourselves. We don't need any fancy walls to keep us safe. It's not like anything ever attacks us here. Excuse me as I pick up my arm recently chopped off. What's up, says Uni? No, I'm not using any mods, really. You shared a sweet... You did? Let me see. Let me take a look. So I am not using any mods, says Uni. I'm doing it mostly vanilla, which is the way I usually like to. Ooh, good stuff. Good stuff. So, what's the verdict? Hang on a second. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would drink it. I always think that sometimes drinking it ice cold, I think you lose some of the flavor. You definitely don't want it lukewarm though. I would definitely I would definitely chill it a bit, but I would not make it like, you know, practically like slushy root beer, you know what I mean? Okay. Is there anything about Dragon just showed me a picture of a particular beverage that I appreciate. You don't need any fancy walls to keep us safe. Anything you can do to help me with, like, the fields? I think I already did this. Why is this season so bad? That's the 3 platinum question right there. We have more water than we know what to do with, and the soil seems as rich as ever, too. Is there anything you can do to help me with the journey? Here, take this. Harbormen take care of their own, not like them city dwellers. You remember that. Ooh, cure moderate wounds. If I had more to spare, I would, gladly. But after this attack and with the season we've been having, well, this is the best I can do for you. No, that's alright. That's alright. Alright, that gives us a lot to work with, actually. Lovely. Okay. Now, what I really need... Okay, Bevel. I've already talked to Bevel. I've already talked to Brother Mering. Alright, I just need to find... What's-his-face? I need to find... Dagon. Oh, are you talking about... I have a torch, right? Yeah, you're talking about the Klein extension. Everyone keeps talking about the Klein extension. I don't. One of the things that I've noticed is that a lot of the mods that people have been recommending, I'm not saying that one specifically, but a lot of the mods people have been recommending are frankly, they're out of date. You know, like a lot of the ones are ones from like 2013. And like, so that, you know, I'm trying to find something which is vaguely around the same time. Shoot. Oh, okay. Right behind me. Well, we'll see. If need be, I can always make, you know, some other mod adjustments, but I've actually increased the resolution, and I feel like I'm pretty happy with how this is running now, so. Yeah, but the thing is, though, I don't need windowed mode for this, because remember, I have a 2 PC setup, so I'm playing this full screen, because right now, this is, my streaming PC is capturing my gaming PC. So, I actually want it to be full screen, usually now, when I'm playing on my PC. Now, when I'm playing stuff that's on my, you know, just like a 1 PC thing, like where I'm not using the gaming PC, or, for example, like, one of my PlayStation or whatever, like certain other things that I capture, that's different. But now I actually usually want full screen because of that 2 PC setup. So that's kind of changed. In the past, yes, always windowed mode, please. And sometimes windowed mode still runs better, but... Okay. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I will definitely, if need be, I'll keep that in mind, Zesny. Because I am playing this, of course, in Windows 10, but I think it worked out okay. We'll see. All right, Pig, can you give me anything for the journey? Pig, can you Can you give me anything for the journey? Like, maybe some bacon? Is this not a good time? Maybe I should come back. Okay, I'll just... I'm gonna... Bye.
Have you said your farewells? Take anything you need from our home. Speak with the wizard Thomas as well. He may have a few odds and ends that he'd be willing to part with. You must leave to...
Okay. So, now I need to get to our home. Okay. I did not go into our home, so... Man, this music is just so iconic. I just hearing the music, I'm like, I just remember, oh man. Remember so much of what it was like when I was first playing this game. Although I never finished the main campaign of Neverwinter Nights 2. But as Echo has put up a few times, I do have this module based on my first novel, which was made in it, which I'm hopefully going to play at some point on here, because I think it would be fun just to check that out. Maybe it'll interest some people in the original. Whoa! Militiaman. Villager. Good luck on your journey, thanks. Alright, let's see if there's anything in the place. Alright. Time to leave the home. Yeah, I guess I should do that, right? Just trying to decide which one actually works better. Whoa, what? There we go. Whoops. Nope. Okay. Alright, we got this. Okay. I think that's fairly good. Thank you for the reminder. Alright. Let's kick it all the way live. Alright. Now, one last trip to Tarmus to sell him the stuff that we just picked up. I love how he says I can always use more coin, and the whole time all he's been doing is basically give me a bunch of stuff. Which is exactly how I like it.
This incursion is the most
Yes,
noteworthy
I
of... Oh, very...
Thank you. Lovely. Thanks. See ya. Would want to be ya. Oh shoot! Now I have to find my... Now I gotta find my dad. I think it might be this way. Talk to the pig. Oh, yeah, that's him. Yep. There we go. All right. Let's save it. Save. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. And quick save. All right, Dad.
Have you said your farewells?
Ready to go.
Take anything you need from
Oh, I
our
did that.
home. To get to Neverwinter, take the road that borders the Starling Farm out of town. It is the only road through the Mare of Deadmen, so following it will be easy. The road itself has not been patrolled for some time, and few travel it. Move quickly, and you may be able to avoid the many beasts of the Mare.
Sounds like Dick Cavett. Road doesn't sound too safe.
I suspect you will see your share of battle before you reach Neverwinter. Stray from the road, and the danger is even greater. I've made it known that you traveled directly for the city, in the hopes that the enemy
Made
will
it known
pursue you
where?
along the high road. Instead, you will head to the small port town of Highcliff once you are clear of the swamp.
Don't railroad me,
There,
Dad.
you will seek passage on a ship to Neverwinter.
I'll do what I want.
Your trip to Neverwinter will be quicker by water, and my attempt at misdirection may allow you to reach Highcliff before the enemy becomes aware of your true route. I have nothing more to say. It is time for you to go, my son. Each moment you remain here brings greater risk to the village.
All right. West Harbor Ruins. World map. All right, goodbye, West Harbor. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're all saved. Actually, wait. Okay, let's do it. There we go. Weeping Willow Inn. Let's do it. Sounded like a level up to me. No, it wasn't. Oh, it was just you ran out of some stuff. Okay. Well, let's get our familiar back. Which should be here. Come back, Hazel. All right. And let's save one other hard save. Got it. Brave, 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 brave Sir Bunny. Do I have any Watership Down fans in chat?
Now that we're outside,
Ah-ha-ha.
maybe you'd like to tell me what you said again. Slowly this time, so you could think about what you're saying.
You're a small one to be taking this road all by yourself, dwarf. Maybe you've come looking for
Yeah.
trouble. Unless
Such
you
a
have
good
a little
book.
coin to convince us otherwise.
I love Watership Down. Phenomenal. Richard Adams just passed away not that long ago, actually. Mid-90s. What's going on here?
Nothing that concerns you, half-elf. This is between us and the dwarf, and whatever coin he happens to have with him.
Ah, you're welcome to try to take it if you're all game. You all can't be frightened of one little dwarf, can you? If you're afraid of being humiliated
Oh,
in
the-
front of the
the
strangers
movie is
here, well,
freaky.
now that's another matter.
Everyone
I'm not
knows that.
frightened of either of you, and it seems to me you need to learn a lesson.
Let's see. The dwarf outnumbered. This isn't a fair fight.
Outnumbered? Well, I suppose they could bring some more friends if they wanted. That might even things up a bit.
This matter is between us and the dwarf here. It's none of your concern.
Come on. Someone tried to hit me already. Even the newcomer here
Yep.
sees that you're all too afraid to do
Oh,
anything.
it's definitely
All right,
not.
I've heard enough of this. Come on,
Deep
boys,
sort
let's
of-
deal with the dwarf and his new friend.
No, there's deep fantasy elements. There's deep elements of myth, and I mean, there's so much going on in Watership Down. Okay. Also, you guys.
death has been.
Sometimes these pauses in combat are just like, huh. I am really glad that I got point blank shot. My bunny silently judging.
Well now, that was a good fight. A shame they had to resort to weapons.
Yep.
But if they have to keep the odds even, can't blame them too much.
Can't blame them
Name's
too much.
Kelgar, by the way.
Kelgar!
Of the clan Iron Fist. I've been making my way along the coast for some time now. Stopped in the Willow here for a brief fight.
Armadillo, I'm glad I could even the odds for you.
Ha! Even the odds? They didn't stand a chance in the first place. Obviously, you haven't heard of me. So, tell me, what brings you out along the mare? Roads aren't exactly safe, you know, and they're getting worse all the time.
Well, I'm looking for someone to be a tank, and hey!
Seems it's your lucky day, then. I happen to be traveling to Neverwinter as well. Now that's a tale. Oh, glad you asked. But can't discuss it without a tankard or two, I think. I say we step inside the Weeping Willow here and share our stories over a few of the innkeeper's best.
Okay.
So then I punched him in the face for asking. And while he was trying to pick his
Kelgar
teeth
cracks
off the
me up.
floor, his friend decided to add a few choice words about my heritage. So I punched him too. So to make a long story short, I take pride in what I do, fighting. It's something you can't get enough of, and it's something where there's always room for improvement. If you apply yourself, stay focused, and keep swinging.
That's right.
That's
Apply
why I'm
yourself,
headed
stay
to
focused, and
Neverwinter.
keep swinging,
I
chat.
heard there's a house
Words
of
to live
monks
by.
there. A monastery, right? I heard they'll train anyone just for the asking. Couldn't ask for a better
Exactly.
opportunity.
Punches his pride into his hands. You will have pride. Let's see. You want to become a monk?
Aye, that's the short of it.
The short of it, because you're a dwarf. Whew. Why a monk?
Well, as it happens, I didn't always want to become a monk. What happened was that...
The Kalakja, find it.
Well, look at this. Our next round of practice just arrived.
This one then.
The great cleave going on. Very spacious tavern. The greatest cleavage. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come back here. Okay. Let's see. There we go. So now we're going to see what the reaction of everybody was. Alright, you're fine. You're badly wounded, but you're okay. So what's up, man?
Yeah?
Yeah? Actually, what have you got?
Yes.
Man, I shouldn't have sold that scale mail, man. Actually, wait, what is he wearing? Yeah, you're wearing a chain shirt. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so you basically want to be a monk, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
I am
No.
listening.
I want to speak to you. How do I don't remember how to speak to them. Yeah, no, I know. I do remember that. But I don't remember how to speak to them. How do I speak to you? No.
Yeah?
I am listening.
Actually speak to this guy. I don't want any modes. Does anybody know? I don't actually remember how to speak to people like in my own party. No, that's just targets.
Yes.
I am listening.
Let me check key bindings. I don't actually remember. Hold your head down and talk through your forehead. Kelgar, why don't you speak to me? Oh, hold right click. Ah, there we go. It is hold down. Thank you.
Need?
Yes. So who are you?
Kelgar Iron Fist, of course. It's a wonder you haven't heard of me, considering how I've made my mark up and down the Sword Coast for almost a year.
Okay.
All right, go on and ask them.
Why were those men trying to attack you outside the Weeping Willow?
They were in the mood to threaten, but not fully in the mood to start a fight. I think they were expecting me to drop the coin and leave quickly, which just goes to show you they don't know me too well. It's
Yeah,
a
thanks.
shame
It is the right
keep
click
it a
that I was
friendly
missing.
fight. Some people have no stomach for using their fists when they have a weapon at hand.
Why are you so eager to fight?
Eager to fight? Well, I suppose I am, if you can call it that. I mean, it's all in good fun. Some
Except
take
when they die.
pride in craftsmanship, or in hunting, or in haggling for the best price on a blade or other piece of steel. Me, talking with my fists is my art form. Every tavern's an opportunity, I say.
Every
There's
tavern's an
usually
opportunity.
someone who could take a few punches to the gut and crying before they start weeping like a child.
But why do you do that?
Well, I don't know. I enjoy it, I guess. It's a mark of pride to be able to stand tall.
Yeah, and it's
take
not
every
like you
punch
stand
and
tall a
give
lot,
it
do
right
you?
back until I'm the only one standing.
Woo! Yeah, I know, right, Patch Up? What's up, Lord Fess? Oh, good. You've reinstalled it. Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm enjoying playing through it again. Although I have never finished the main campaign, and I never played Mask of the Betrayer at all, so that's why. Is that usually how it turns out?
Most of the time. Only beaten really bad once. But I learned from it, and I'm determined not to let it happen again. Thing is, I'm glad it happened. It was my destiny.
My density. What happened?
Well, you see, I used to win. Almost undefeated. But there was this time in a tavern far from here that I chose a fight that ended up choosing me. It was fate, I tell you.
I like how we're having this discussion right after this guy just came running into the tavern to attack us. I'm looking forward to it. Exactly. He's like, that's hilarious. Oh, man. Looking forward to Mask of the Betrayer for sure. Okay, you found fate in a tavern brawl?
Well, it wasn't much of a fight. You see, there were these skinny-robed humans, barely twigs, that were sitting at the bar when one of our competitions broke out. There were chairs getting smashed, people screaming, tankards being used as clubs. Ah, glorious. Well, everyone was having a good time when I noticed those skinny humans were just sitting there, not even having the decency to pay attention, just nursing Waters. Waters! So I asked them, well, shouted really, what in the hell they thought they were doing, ignoring the fine entertainment and then insulting the establishment by not having ale?
You shouted at them?
And maybe I shoved one of them a bit, or tried to break a chair over
Oh,
their skulls, since
God,
they were making a
Kelgar.
point of pretending they didn't hear me. Rude, I tell you.
Rude. Were they wizards?
Well, no, not exactly. I didn't see them cast any spells exactly, because I couldn't see straight over the next few heartbeats.
What happened?
Ah, well, they used me as a bar rag first, and not a single punch I threw even hit them. Oh, they were moving too fast, and plus, I think I was seeing double or triple. Ugh, after they smashed my face into the bar a few times, they showed me the floor up close. The floor was pretty dirty by that point, by the way. Then, as the final blow, they sent me flying like a drunk hippogriff out the window. Magical it was. So, after I woke up and wiped the blood out of my eyes, and finally found all my teeth, I went back in and thanked them. Best beating I've ever received. They seemed a little taken aback by my friendliness, and it turns out they were part of some order, son something or other, and get this, they devoted their lives to fighting with their fists. Can you imagine? Lifetime devotion to brawling. It's their lives, their craft.
So they were monks.
They're monks, eh? Crazy water
I,
drinking
not
fools.
A.
Hope drinking water isn't what makes them fight like that. Anyway, that life sounded like destiny to me. I mean, those skinny excuses for humans were good, and then they spent their whole lives kicking the hell out of others, training for it. That's when I knew that's what I wanted to do with
It's important
my
to
life.
understand, have a
My
good,
purpose
clear
was clear.
purpose in life. I don't think kicking the hells out of others is the point of a monastic order.
Huh? Of course it is. Well, as far as I could tell once my head stopped ringing.
It's more of a state in mind and body.
You mean like headbutting someone? I already know how to do that.
There's something about
Sometimes you
Kelgar's
need to
simple
grab them
approach,
by the
his
beard
very,
collar
like,
and yank their head
distilled
down
approach
so
to
I can
life
hit
that is very
properly.
credible. It's not about violence, Kelgar.
Oh, is that so? Well, I must have missed that part while they were wiping down the tavern with my face and throwing me through a window. Shows how much you know about it. You didn't see them in action. All right, go on and ask them. Well,
Tell me a little about yourself.
There's a great deal to tell, especially if we're going with clan history and our accomplishments. But chances are, and I don't blame you, you're just asking about me, personally.
I am.
So let me give you the short version.
The short version.
Traveling the Sword Coast for a year or two, making my trade at villages and towns.
Making my
and,
trade
well,
downtown.
Making my trade at taverns as well, but you already had a taste of that at the Weeping Willow.
Well, we're in the Weeping Willow.
All right, go on and ask them.
Let's see. I need to know more about you.
Well, there's a great deal to tell, especially if we're going with clan history and our accomplishments. But, and well, making my trade at taverns.
All right, we already did that.
Go on and ask them.
So, why are you going to Neverwinter?
Well, I hear there's an order of them tall-robed skinnies who have opened their doors to anyone who wants to learn how to smash skulls. And I plan on taking them up on their generous offer. It won't be the same as a tavern brawl to be fighting inside a different type of building. But I figure I can make the change as long as there are things to break and windows to throw people out of.
A little bit. Right. Exactly. It's the type of mental clarity that only comes from seeing the floor rise up to meet your face repeatedly. Exactly. I finally see the light. I understand everything now. It's full of stars. Yeah, Geester, the lighting is not, quite there.
All right, go on and ask them.
All right. You know anything about the creatures pursuing us?
No, they're strange ones to be sure, with all their hissing and spitting. They also don't seem to be ones for a stand-up brawl, always relying on ambushes and sneaking up. If they have a problem with you, I say they get all their clan together and face us at once, without all this chipping away at our patience.
True, true.
Of course, they know we'd probably send them running back to their mothers, so chances are they're just trying to make us angry.
Okay.
All right, go on and ask them.
Have you heard the word Kalakcha?
It's no proper dwarf curse, that's for sure. Sounds like something they want to find pretty badly, though, whatever it is. All right, go on and ask them.
Let's see. Okay. Good. Let's go talk to the innkeeper. Jork. I could really use your help taking care of the creatures upstairs. It's up to you, but the rest of us aren't exactly the fighting type. Oh. No problem. I didn't know there were creatures upstairs. I got it covered. What's up, Geta? Gera, please, someone help me! There are more of those foul beasts upstairs! They have my husband trapped! I'll take care of them. Stay here where it's safe. You seem to have a knack for finding trouble, Arvin. I don't go looking for these fights, Kelgar. Good to see you're having such a great time, Kelgar. You can't know your limits unless you push them, lad. And it seems I'll be pushed quite a bit with you around. We'd best hurry. Don't want those creatures to leave before we get there. Well, thank you so much, sir. Please hurry. I'm afraid of what the creatures might do to him. Please quick save first, just in case. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta heal you. What? Well, crap. Let's try that again. How about next time, Kelgar, you actually stay on my guy and don't just go running off to fight someone on your own. How's that sound? All right. Also, while we're on the subject, here, you go up this way. Alright, let's see if I can actually, let's get some people in here to help. Dire Badger! Oh, wait, whoa.
Your death has been too long.
Die this day!
Okay. Woo! Try to be more careful, all right? Calgar. Jeez. Alright, you do that again. Alright. There we go. Badger, 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 badger. Yeah, that guy was, guy's impressive. Alright. No. Okay, no. Don't want to start breaking into things. Not yet, anyway. Best plan's usually thwarted by the RNG gods. Yeah, that was... not 100% sure. I probably could have managed that a little bit differently, I think. But again, as I get a little bit stronger and I get this guy with more things on him, Kelgar with more things on him, that will definitely help. Wait.
Time for a little fun.
Okay. Yeah, we have got to work on his AC. This guy's no bevel, that's for sure. Can we all focus our power, please? There you go. Please, don't hurt me! Calm down, no one's going to hurt you. You won't hurt me? I should thank you then. But you didn't do it fast enough. Now I will hurt you. No. Those things were ready to tear me apart when you showed up. Who are you? I'm Zakin. Have you seen my wife, Gera? She ran off when the attack started. I stayed here and hid. Your wife is fine. She's waiting for you downstairs. Oh, thanks the gods. But is it safe to leave? If there's any more of those creatures... They've been dealt with. I had some questions for you first. Oh, anything, but please hurry. I must get out of here. What were you doing here? My wife and I were staying here for a few days before continuing on our way to Neverwinter, but those creatures attacked while we were getting ready to leave. Gera got away, but I was too scared to move. I hid under the bed, hoping they wouldn't see me. I had other questions for you. Those creatures, do you know anything about them? I don't know. I've never seen anything like them before. They attacked so suddenly we barely had time to react. Exactly. Answer some questions and I might let you live. A really easy tip about Kelgar? Sure, Log from Blammo. What's the easy tip? Do you know why the creatures attacked? I have no idea. I couldn't make out anything they were saying except for one thing. Red rum. Red rum. No, they didn't say. They kept talking about something called a Kalak Cha, whatever that is. They seemed determined to find it. You can leave. It's safe now. It is? Oh, bless you. I can't believe I'm still alive. Thank you. Thank you. He comes out. Kelgar just cold cocks him on the way out. Hey. A potion of cure moderate wounds. That's what I like to see. And a potion of lore. And some gold pieces. All right, save it. Yeah, but he wants to be a monk. He wants to be a monk, though. I mean, I can give him a weapon, but he wants to be a monk. Aren't I harshing his mellow? I can give him a shield too. Aren't I harshing his mellow if I don't do that? And the dude told me this whole story about getting the hell beat out of him by monks and like...
Follow me and quickly. I cannot carry this weight and still move.
Okay. Might be harshing that mellow, but he'll live longer. Let the dwarf live his dream. He's a harsh mellow. What's up, Vitamin? Might be harshing the mellow, but he'll live longer. Well, I mean, look, who am I to tell him? No, that's fine. This might actually be better. Yeah, 6 dexterity bonus 1. 4. Yeah. There we go.
I am listening.
Ooh, also, I can also magic weapon that, too. 1d10, hell yeah, but it would be even better if your 1d10 had... If your 1d10 had +1. There we go.
Yeah.
Wants to meet a monk doesn't mean he's a monk now. I mean, the fact that he starts unarmed is the thing, right? I was like, well, look, I mean... He started with that, so I figured... Okay, the other thing is we want to split... We're going to give him one of those. We're going to split these as well. With 5 and 5, you take some of those.
Yes.
Alright, so we want that. And as usual, we will use our fighter as a pack mule. Whoops.
Yes.
Alright, fighter, so let's see. You take this scimitar. You take this fennelope. Anything that we're selling is going to you. I'm not going to do the silver shard. That's a bad idea. Longsword. Guess I'll keep these for now. Oh wait, there's a scythe, right? Over there. Let's put this down here. Magic weapon. Okay, actually I can probably just do that. Yeah. Okay. Impressive, but you are not a monk yet. You'll find I'm full of surprises. Impressive. Most impressive. Indeed. Oh, it's Galen! Hey! Thanks, I'll take that. What's up, Galen? Thank you for your assistance. I was beginning to think there was no end to those creatures. Aren't you the merchant that was in West Harbor recently? That I am. I try to make the trip twice a year. Not a lot of competition yet, and quite a healthy amount of gold to be made, too. Wait, I've seen you before. Dagon's child from West Harbor, am I right? Yes, that's right. Good folk, you harbormen. Strong, resilient, and you pay well for my goods. I make a tidy sum whenever I stop by. Isn't the trip to... G names are superior, indeed. Geester, I would agree. Isn't the trip to West Harbor dangerous? Why do you think I'm traveling with these guards? Even with the additional cost, though, my visits to West Harbor are always profitable. And I admit to having a certain fondness for your village. Living in a swamp requires a certain stubbornness, after all. Some questions I'd like to ask you. I'll tell you what I can. I hope you understand if I don't wish to tarry here, however. Do you know what these creatures were looking for? Nothing that would be of any value to me, I assure you. Something called a Kalak Cha. To be honest, the reason for their curiosity was not exactly a concern of mine. Most everything else they said was gibberish to me anyhow. Kalak Cha, fado 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 fado, Kalak Cha, batter 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 batter. Swing, batter 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 batter, Kalak Cha. Is there anything else? Can you tell me anything about the road to Highcliff? Oh, the usual warnings. Lizard folk seem to have spread further north, the usual bandit troubles. You can rest briefly at Fort Locke, of course. The fort was in a bit of disarray when I last made a stop on the way to West Harbor. Something about their commander gone missing, lost patrols, very unpleasant. And refugees had begun trickling in. I assume it's due to lizard folk migration. Was there anything else? Yes. Can I sell some stuff? Buy some stuff? Ben and I should be leaving anyhow. It would seem I'd be safer resting on the road tonight. Thank you again for your assistance. I do hope the next time we meet will be under better circumstances. Man, I didn't even get a chance to... Well, I was going to buy and sell stuff from you. These drawers will not stand.
All right.
I am listening.
Oh. We got a broken item. That's unfortunate. This item has been shattered and is now useless. Well, darn it. It probably sucked anyway. We will never know, Duncan, what was in there, you know? It's sad. We will never actually know the details of what widget, what sling plus 0 was in there. We'll never know. All right. You've done it. Please take this gold with our thanks. We'll be forever grateful. Surely you could spare more than 25 gold. Okay, all right. Fine. No. Bring in, exactly. Neverwinter, CSI. For the lockpicking, yeah. Well, listen. We'll probably find a rogue at some point in our travels. Alright. Never mind. I have plenty of gold anyway. Your money won't be necessary. I'm just glad I could help. I thank you. You're most kind. Zakan and I shall never forget you, good sir. We'd best be moving on. I don't mind a fight, but I don't like bringing others into our battles. Wait, hold it. Stop. No, wait. Stop there. Okay. Alright, so now I can talk to you. Looks like we were lucky to have you and your dwarf friend here. You'll always be welcome here at the Weeping Willow. Those who survived owe you their lives. Glad I could help. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Wish I knew what those creatures were looking for. So why'd you build an inn here in the swamp? Stop in the name of love. Okay, sounds good, Life. I didn't actually build it. This building was already here. I just fixed it up. After poking around for a while, I learned that there used to be a village here. This building was the only one that survived. What happened to the village? Destroyed during the war against the King of Shadows. Big war, from what I understand. Fought all across the Mare. Lots of fighting up around Fort Locke as well. You could still find relics strewn around the area. Mentioned relics. Nothing to get excited about from what I hear. Mostly interesting to scholars, though they'd have a hard time getting to any of the relics. Why do you say that? Word is that the spirits from the battles still haunt the places where they fell. Now, I don't normally believe ghost stories, but this is the Mare. Anything can happen out here, even dark dwarves attacking a small inn. Does Fort Locke still stand? Ah, it's still standing. That fort's managed to survive worse things than a war. You could find it north of here. The fort still guards the road between the Mare and the northern lands, though not as much as they used to with the troubles. Ask away, you've earned my time. You can't even guess at what the creatures are looking for? Can't help you there. You heard the same thing I did. Whatever this Kalak-Cha is, I certainly don't have it. Really, Jorik Kalak-Cha? Perhaps your friend, your wife, Mrs. Kalak-Cha, could talk about... do you know if this attack was related to the one at West Harbor? West Harbor? No, I didn't know about that. Why would anyone want to attack a swamp village? I was hoping you'd know. Sorry, but if this attack is related, I couldn't tell you how. West Harbor. Something strange is definitely going on in the mare. Why do you say that? Well, lizard folk and bandit attacks are common enough, but they both know better than to attack West Harbor. You harbormen have earned your reputation for being tough. Whoever or whatever's behind all this obviously isn't from around here. Everyone knows not to mess with that village. Heard anything about what lies up ahead on the road? Aye, none of it good. The garrison at Fort Locke has stopped patrols along the road for some reason. They certainly picked a bad time to do so. A lot of attacks on travelers by lizard folk lately. And you know about strange attacks on my inn. Dude, he just said he doesn't know why. Why did they stop setting patrols? You'd have to ask them yourself. They just stopped showing up. Maybe the lizard folk have gotten so bad they've got their hands full just holding their ground. I also hear there might be a new commander at the fort. If that's the case, you might not think patrolling the mare is important enough. Any idea where these lizardmen are coming from? Your guess is as good as mine. It didn't used to be too common. Oh, sure, you'd hear the occasional story about an ambush, but all in all, the lizard folk tended to keep to themselves. There have been plenty of sightings lately, though, and the lizards have gotten plenty aggressive. Something might be forcing them north, but I couldn't tell you what that was. Maybe they have a lair nearby. Possibly. Word is they always run off to the east after an attack. Maybe that's where they're holed up. But most folk have enough common sense not to go chasing after them if they live through an attack. Hey, what's up, Olgaret? Hello, hello. Ain't nothing but a hellhound, burning all the time. Okay, any other news that you've heard? Curious one, aren't you? Well, I did hear that the high road to Neverwinter is pretty much off limits now until the patrols are started up again. Something about bandits. I don't see why it's any different from the usual roadside thievery, but then again, I don't get out of the mare much. And the village of Highcliff is having some problems. Of course, they're on the coast, so there's always problems. What kind of problems? Pirates, storms. Just being on the coast makes you a target for Luskins, if nothing else. I thought Luskin was far to the north. Must have heard about the recent war Luskin had with Neverwinter. And even I've heard about their new war with Ratham. The Luskins are always looking for an excuse for a scrap, and they don't seem to care how far they have to go to find one either. Who's Roatham? Some island, probably pirates as well. I don't really care as long as they keep the Luskins busy. Alright, what can you tell me about the Luskin War with Neverwinter? Not much, to be honest, except that it ended in a stalemate. I hear Neverwinter and Luskin have emissaries with each other again through the demilitarized zone. It's been split into North Luskin and South Luskin. No. Though who knows how long that will last. I have some other questions. What do you know about Neverwinter? I've heard the same stories everyone else has. The city's getting back on its feet after that business with the plague. The usual stories about what a great leader Lord Nasher is, along with other stories about nobility. Don't interest me much, to be honest. I finished the city a while back. Big place, lots of things to waste your money on. Crowded, noisy. I prefer the quiet of the mare. You know, where you get attacked randomly by people, dwarves, and there's no one to protect you. I like that. I should be a tenor. What's this about a plague? Something to do with a cult of false priests poisoning the city. It was taken care of, though, and that's all that matters, by someone named Arvin Eleron. But that's all discussed in the recent discussion of Neverwinter Nights Platinum. Maybe if you were to play Neverwinter Nights Platinum, you might gather some information that was available to you about Neverwinter Nights Platinum. Because that was more that told you about Neverwinter Nights Platinum. And the story of Neverwinter Nights Platinum. About how that Neverwinter Nights... It's old news. I wasn't paying much attention even... Platinum what? Hypnoarf. I wasn't paying much attention even back then, and I've forgotten most of what I did know. Sorry. All right, other questions? All right, show me what you have for sale. All right. Now it's time to get things going. First of all, I'm going to sell you this silver shard. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to sell you a scythe. Some gems. A scimitar. Okay. Oh, wait. Hey. Hello? No.
Follow me and quickly.
All right. Let's see. Yes. And what else? Yep. Okay, I wanted to keep these. Alrighty, now what do we got? We have got bracers of armor +1. We've got a heavy shield. Oh, see, now, okay. Now we see the violence inherent in the system. Okay, let's buy a scale helm, rather. Good. And let's buy another... Oh, we don't have another one. Oh, shoot. Well... Armor class 3. Class 2. Armor class 3, dexterity bonus 5, so 4 total. So 3, 5, minus 1. So that is worth it. Yes, of course. What's up, Darksider? What's up, Rob? How you doing, man? Yes, the C is silent. I was joking with scimitar. Yes, it is pronounced scimitar, not scimitar. Okay. Now, I don't want to overdo everything, but I really could use an improvement on that armor. Thank you. Sell. Good. Lovely. You know what? I'm not going to do crafting, so just go away. I need the money, not the crafting. Okay. Good. So, right. Need to remember to put that acid flask down there. Okay, good. All right. Now, let's see. Good to see you, Rob. How you doing, man? Yeah, there's always plagues going on in D&D. Listen, you know, in medieval times, plagues quite common. Okay, we need to get some stuff for you. And frankly...
I am listening.
What?
Yes.
What? That literally does not affect his head. What the heck? He's got a helm on. Come on. You can do it. Okay, do you have any arrows +1? Come on. Wow, White's Morning Star. These weapons are first used by White's Legion, a fighting company so disciplined that when they march, their synchronized front line appeared to be a single entity. When these tight formations met an enemy line, they would seem to fall back, deliberately exposing themselves to attack and naturally drawing the enemy inward. The illusion of enemy progress was shattered when the score of Morning Stars struck at once, beating them down as the Legion closed around them. 1d8 +1, 1 point of electrical damage bonus, and +3 to parry. That's nice, but 6,500. Dang! Working while watching streams. I have not been to Medieval Times, Uncle Laz. Good to see you, by the way. But I have been to some Ren fairs. There's actually a pretty well-known one that Rob might have heard of that's upstate New York that I've been to a couple times, which was a lot of fun. Battle axe, all right. Battle axe is pretty nice, actually. I really wish...
Yes.
Why do we have... I don't understand why we've got bolts, bullets. Well, I guess they don't have +1 there either. I want more +1 stuff. Okay. Right. Oh my gosh. And a Tanglefoot bag. We got the bolts. Where do we get the nuts? Okay.
Follow me.
All right, he's got the 19 AC. He's got the shield. That's good. All right, what about... Oh, look at that. Look at the half plate +1. Oh, my goodness. Lore +2, immunity to fear, light, normal, 15 purple, yeah. That's nice. 2,700 gold, though. That is pricey. Man, full plate. Ugh. So good. Base armor class 8. Oh, man. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know, actually. It's a good question. Oh. Oh, bracers of armor. I wonder if I can get to that without selling the entire everything.
Yes.
But I'm not going to be able to. Oh, I could sell that. You know what? I'll tell you what. He doesn't need this, and I'll tell you why. Because I have already the ability to do this. So, not that.
Follow
this.
me and quickly.
So the thing is, Kelgar,
Follow me.
right, has now got 1d10 plus 1 because...
Yes.
Oh, spellbook is B. Because, here's the thing.
Yeah?
I am listening.
Can I do it from the quick cast? All right. So 1 hour per level, which means right now this lasts an hour on him. And once I get, because I think it's just per level of sorcerer. If it's level overall, it's like 4 hours. But, so he doesn't need this club. Yeah. Okay. I needed that money. All right. Oh, they don't. That's right, because it doesn't stack. Oh, man. The joy. Okay. It does stack for him. Fine. Because I was going to say, the joy of freaking trying to figure out how to... Okay. 6 dex plus 1. All right. What does half plate do for you? 7. Dex bonus 0. It's going to work out to the same. Yeah, so he gets the dex bonus right now. So it's actually not worth getting him the half plate. Now the half plate plus 1 would be worth it. Actually, wait a second. Would it be? Why is the half plate plus 1? Oh, okay. Right, it would be. Because it would be basically an 8 AC. So he'd have an 8 AC coming from that armor. Whereas with this, he's got a 7 AC coming from it. And he doesn't get his dex bonus. You have a 0 dex bonus. So that means that it's actually going to be worse than what he's already got. Yeah, exactly. Oh, so I've only been to a few Ren fairs actually, Geester, but
Yes.
okay, I need to get a chain helm from you. There we go. Cool. Alrighty. There's that. We got a bunch of potions, which we may not need. Ooh, what is this? Oh, that's right. This reduces weight. Man, I remember, oh man, so much work with like... so much stuff with freaking these pouches. But honestly, I want to try to hold out if I can for a bag of holding. Because the problem is these things, like, you end up doing all these calculations in your head. Like, this reduces your container weight. It reduces things by 20%. It's just better to get a bag of holding and, like, not, you know, play around with it, so... Yeah, the stacking stuff is... Ugh. Okay, good. Wonderful. Alright, let's rest. The classic take a knee. And then back up. So silly. Such a long way from games like Icewind Dale where it was just like, fight a monster, rest 24 hours. Fight a monster, weeks pass, and you've gone like down one corridor. Walking sideways almost negated encumbrance. Did it really? I mean, I'm trying to think about that in Neverwinter Nights 1. Yeah, I guess so. Also, I mean, I actually don't think that this game, neither this game nor Neverwinter Nights 1, I think really improved, frankly, very much on the inventory system in Baldur's Gate. I think the Baldur's Gate inventory system was perfectly functional. Having like these different, you know, like it was larger, like the character thing, I don't know. I didn't see any substantial improvement of this over Baldur's Gate in terms of that sort of ability. So.
Well, now, I've had a good time so far. And the way you attract
Look
trouble.
at that tiny shield.
I haven't had this much fun since that tavern back at Bogan's Pass where I was using that trestle table as a battering ram. Oh, look, we're heading in the same direction, and you seem to have more enemies than friends. What say we travel together? Might be able to teach each other a few things.
What do you think I was equipping you for, man?
Good. I'd be glad for the company and the conversation. And don't you worry about me keeping up. Kelgar Iron Fist carries his own weight. I won't be slowing you down.
That's good to know, Kelgar. Now I'm going to go pick up the remains of this person that we killed. Alright, good. Right. Okay, let me just make one quick camera adjustment. Because as I warned everybody, there we go. It's starting to get darker here. Sun is not down yet at all, but it's heading in that direction. So as a result, I have to adjust the lighting. Yeah, I don't like the thing is too. That's also that is a light shield he's supposed to have.
Yeah.
That is not a light shield. That is a buckler. That is straight up a buckler, and like he's using it like a light shield. Like if that's a buckler, I ought to be able to use that. You know? Oh really, Owick? Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's save this. Okay. I mean, I could definitely see an enhanced edition conceivably happening at some point. I could see that maybe. Alright, Kelgar wants to go to the Hall of Justice and Neverwinter to speak to the Tier Monks. Red of Starling, and of course, Silver Shard. Alright, so. Let's keep on rolling. Alright, Fort Locke. So the thing about it is, the big problem with Neverwinter Nights 2 that a lot of people talked about, the main campaign of NWN1 was not very good. I'm sorry, I played through it. I've won Neverwinter Nights 1 a couple of times. Neverwinter Nights 1 has a lot to recommend it, but its DLCs and its modules and all those things are far better than the main campaign were. It's not like the Neverwinter Nights campaign 1 wasn't awful, but it was nowhere near the level of what you got with Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 or any of those, right? So NWN1 main campaign was not great. The reason that this matters here, I think, is because people played NWN2, and what I've heard, because I never got past the first chapter when I first played it, and what I heard was that people said that Neverwinter Nights 2, the opening chapter is and then the whole game picks up a lot and gets really, really good after that. And then the DLCs, things like The Mask of the Betrayer, for example, are awesome. So I think a lot of it was that people played Neverwinter Nights 2, felt like they were getting another experience like Neverwinter Nights 1, and it didn't have the install base and the, like, you know, people still play Persistent Worlds to this day in Neverwinter Nights 1. I streamed a couple of years ago, I think Shadows of Undrentide, I believe it was, on my own channel from Neverwinter Nights 1. So that thing still has legs to this day. And that was something that Neverwinter Nights 2 never had in the same kind of way. So I think it was partially a victim of what happened with NWN1 and the fact that people were like, well, it doesn't have the same multiplayer experience that NWN1 does, so I'm not going to play it. I think it's a lot of that stuff. Shadows of Underpants. Yeah, exactly. The player-made stuff. I mean, and also, in fairness, like, you know, Hordes of the Underdark, like, there were some... No. Hordes of the Underdark was... Was that Neverwinter Nights 2 or 1? I think that was 1, right? Hordes of the Underdark, I think, was 1. I think that was 1. And stuff like that. I think that was 1. Hordes was 1. So, yeah, like, games like that, like Hordes of the Underdark and things like that, a lot of those were just better than the main campaign. And I think a lot of people were imagining that for something like this. So, but we are going to play this long enough to get past that opening section. Oh, fine. We'll go this way.
Yes.
Yep. Yep, and we played Shadows of the Undrentide on my channel, I believe, is the one that we played. And won it. It was good. It was good. I want to say that was maybe like a year and a half ago. Maybe 2. Aha!
You shall.
Nice. How are we doing on leveling, too? Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fallen Mystic, yeah. I also haven't played, I mean, we're going to be playing Mask of the Betrayer when we finish the main campaign of this. I also haven't played the Zahir one that they keep showing every time you play. So I don't know how good Zahir is. I've heard some mixed reviews. I've heard some people say it's a really good kind of sandboxy type of thing, and other people not sure about it. So we'll see. Storm of Zahir, yeah. It's been too long. What's up, Mr. Steel Rose? Yeah. I have never played Icewind Dale 2 at all, actually. Oh, Nishka. What is up, Nishka? All right, let's quick save this just in case. What's up, Nishka? Leave
What, demon? No screams for us? Maybe we should brand you. Maybe that'll loosen your tongue.
Leave me alone! I've done nothing to you.
Well, now Commander Valis will be happy to hear that, he
Yep,
will.
all right, that's
It
right,
means
Stephanos.
His work here is all done. He can just give up the fort and go home.
Still, there's just the small matter of those bounties on bandits he posted. And a bandit with demon blood, well, there's no telling how much that's worth.
Of course, you could tell us where your camp is. Valis will pay more for that, he will. And we won't even have to butcher the lot of you.
I told you I'm not with those bandits. Or are you deaf and stupid?
Stupid? Here we were, thinking about letting you live. Now you've
Yeah.
gone and changed our minds.
This doesn't
Hey,
concern you.
Hold on. Looks like she's got friends, she does.
This doesn't look like a fair fight.
This don't concern you.
Nothing
We're
ever
soldiers
concerns
from
me.
Fort Rock, hunting bandits.
That we are. Caught this demon trying to raid our camp, and we were about to deal
Mm-hmm.
with her.
By killing her? What did she take?
Nothing yet. But a crew's been out in these parts.
She's like,
They've been raiding merchants, caravans, maybe even killed the old commander.
I told you I'm not with those bandits.
oh, nice,
The
Fall
lying
Mystic.
mouth, demon. You'll get the blade soon enough.
I won't let you murder her in cold blood.
You think you're going to stop us, are you?
You know, Valis might pay for 3 bandit bounties. He's not one for asking questions.
Especially about a demon, a runty dwarf, and a dirty harborman who doesn't know enough to keep walking.
Oh my
Runty
goodness.
dwarf? I know you cowards aren't talking to me, or you'll be talking to my fist next.
Good enough for me. Let's kill them all and I'll sort out the tail later.
Point blank. Oh my god. 34 damage and he critical hit on both of them. Dang. He critical hit. He 34 damage critical hit out of that into a great cleave.
Where did you come from? I mean, one moment I thought I was dead, and then suddenly you're here. And look at all this blood. Sorry if I sounded surprised. It's just, you know, people don't usually help me out like that. Especially, well, people like you. You know. What
are you saying?
Nice-looking people.
Oh, okay.
Does that make me a damsel in distress? Oh, I hope not. I hate those women.
You owe me your life, that means I own you. You don't owe me anything. No one should be treated like that.
Hey, you're nice. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so surprised. Well, actually I am. I mean, it's just, well, unexpected. I mean, once folks catch sight of me, usually it's the horns, they run in the other direction. And all those tales about tieflings being cursed don't help much either. I'm Nishka, by the way.
What's up, Nishka?
I'm really glad you came when you did.
Yep.
Wasn't really sure how I'd get out of that one.
Well, listen.
Of course, they never would have caught me in the first place if that invisibility potion I'd bought hadn't been watered down. If I ever see that merchant again...
Yeah, Inch, I hear that. Why were those men torturing you like that?
Well, I was actually trying to pass the fort by. Make my way farther south. Well, I thought that potion I bought would help. You see, once the local garrison sees me, they tend to want to throw me in a cell or attack me on sight.
That's charming.
Of course, the potion wears off right as I cross paths with those thugs from Fort Locke.
Yeah,
They were
3.5.
looking for easy bounties, and I showed up right on time.
Right on time.
It's been that way ever since the new fort commander posted bounties on bandits. Some of his soldiers have been hunting down anyone they find on the road and claiming they're bandits.
I wonder if the fort's
It's
going to be
just
okay with me
banditry of a
killing their
different
soldiers.
sort. They rob the travelers and then get the bounty too. The roads are even less safe now than they were before.
We're on our way to Fort Locke.
Do you think I could join you? Just for now. I won't get in the way, I promise.
Oh,
It's
someone
just
who...
that I don't know how long I can survive on my own.
Yeah.
And, well, I do owe you one.
Someone who
Can't
can...
say I trust her. Tieflings will stab you in the back and run off with your purse the moment you drop your guard.
Yeah? Well, dwarves are squat, smelly drunks who'll chop someone in half just to show they're tough.
Okay.
Oh, is that so? Why don't you step down here and say that again?
Okay, first of all, let's stop with the racial bigotry. Secondly, Kelgar, you can shut right the hell up, because if you think I'm going to pass up someone who can actually open locks and disarm traps, you're out of your mind. And as for you, Nishka, not only did I just save your sorry ass, but this dude just did 34 points of damage. All y'all be quiet. Okay? That's enough.
He started it!
Shut up.
Leave her here. She'll be food for the other beasts on the road soon enough.
I won't leave her here alone. She's coming with us.
Thanks. I won't let you down, I swear. I think those Fort Locke thugs have my gear locked away here.
Why is Hazel... My rabbit's like, oh, hey, look at this, boss. Oh, and look, a chance to show her the chest right there. Show the unlock ability right there, right. Ooh, a kukri. Now, this is interesting, chat. So, I have a weapon. For those of you who don't know, I am an author. Most of you know this, but I am an author. And my novel Greyshade is going to be released by Athos Arts, which is the same publisher that published my book Icarus, my graphic novel, which is up for an independent book award next month. So that company is also publishing my book Greyshade, and it is the first book of a trilogy, and the Greyshade Kickstarter is coming later in the summer, which will have a board game, a tabletop game, blah, 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 blah. Why do I mention that? Because Greyshade, who is the main character, who is an assassin who kills in the name of his god until he learns things that happen that I won't spoil for you. But in any case, he is the best of the best, and the weapon that he uses is called a kukuri, which I modeled after this kukri. And so, yeah, so that's what this is. So I feel like I can't get rid of it because it's just cool. So I'm kind of like, awesome. Oh. That's outside. Someone's mowing. At first I thought my computer was losing its mind. Thank you. Yeah, it is the Independent Book Publishers Association Benjamin Franklin Award. It's actually, it's the 33rd annual award. And my father, who ran a small press in the 80s, knew about it. It was a big deal. I kind of was like, oh. So yes, it is. My graphic novel Icarus is already a silver medalist. There are 3 finalists, and each one of them get at least a silver medal. And the winner is a gold medalist, and so we'll find that out in May. So, yeah, but anyway, so the kukri is based upon that. So that's cool. Okay. Also, what do you have for weapons? You have nothing. All right, I'm hoping that there is something sitting in that chest because I seriously can't believe that Kelgar's like, oh, leave her be. I'm like, do you know how to disarm chests? Do you just blow it up? Is that what you do? Oh, look. All of her stuff. Okay. Leather armor. Okay. Potion of Cat's Grace. Let's put that over there. Let's also get... That'll be like that. I need to get your... Quickly. Let's go with those 2. We'll bring those over there. If she ever gets really in trouble with healing, she's going to have problems anyway. So, but I have a lot of things that I can give you because I don't want a bunch of thieves' tools that I can't use. But you do. Who do you do? Also, gloves of concentration. I actually need those. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, the other thing I like to do at this point when I start getting more of these players is, Stefanos, that's funny. I don't actually remember what engine this runs on. It's a different engine from the NWN1, but I don't remember what it runs on. It's the same engine, I think, as Kodor, but I don't remember what engine it runs on, to be honest with you. Is it Aurora? I don't remember, but... Okay, so now I'm giving you Greenstone. She's going to get the gems. And the books. Gems and the books. Okay, gems and books. Lovely. Okay, good. Right. Okay, that's good. So now we got to go to the fort. All right. And welcome everybody who may have just come in. We have an excellent turnout tonight. I hope you folks are enjoying us playing through Neverwinter Nights 2 Complete. My name is Arvin Elleron. I am your host here on Pen and Pixels. This is the show that focuses on story and narrative every Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. Eastern. I play through a lot of story-based games, and I DM and GM and actually have done some writing for a lot of tabletop role-playing games, many of which you can see right there behind me. So I have a lot of that too. And if you folks like what you are seeing and hearing, please consider following GOG, subscribing to us here on GOG, and please consider checking over on our individual channels as well. I will say that this is the first time that I'm playing a game both on this channel and on my own channel, so that when I'm not playing it here and I'm not doing tabletop here, I'm going to be over on that channel when I'm not doing tabletop there, playing this game over there as well. So today, for example, I played a couple hours over on my channel here, then switched over to this. So a longer session of just playing this game. So if you're interested, please follow my channel and please check me out over here. And please make sure to check us out here because we have a ton of people doing awesome stuff. Dan Van Dam is doing Strahd's Possession, which I played Thank you for the follow on my channel, Mr. Broda. Dan Van Dam is playing the same game I streamed a few years ago on this channel. I streamed and played it all the way to the end, called Strahd's Possession. Yes, there's a lot of other people playing stuff like that, but there's all kinds. If you want to be able to see bullet hells, strategy games, you want to be able to see other types of role-playing games, and of course, if you want to be able to see tabletop role-playing here, not just D&D with the Storm King's Thunder crew, but also Talisman Adventures, which is a new game, role-playing game that is sponsors my campaign of this, Talisman Adventures with the same crew. In the next 2 weeks on Pen and Pixels, we'll be playing D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder, and the week after that will be Talisman Adventures. So a lot of RPGs in our future. Right, the Odyssey engine. Okay. Yeah, I just knew that it was a different engine, but I didn't remember which one. I didn't know that, really. It was created to make the port easier, the game easier to port to Xbox 360, but never happened. Interesting. Aha. Oh, is that Galen? Galen! And now it's called Fun with Pathing. Fun with Pathing. We're gonna run, let's watch them go. This feels like it should be an 80s TV show thing. And we're running around when we're making a move. Kelgar's staying there because he's a loser. We're going around and we're gonna make time. Gonna find them now, the time. Because there's the power of the agency. Do. Oh, it's a wolf. Oh no, he saved me.
Let us attack.
Oh. I think I split the party. I was too busy singing 80s, chat.
I think we got enough of this one.
Excuse you. Come here. Fine. Here.
Your death has been too long delayed.
Wait, whoa. Oh, I don't have a healing kit? Oh, well. I will cure light wounds then. Okay. Now, what was I doing? Does that make you a boomer? No. I'm a Generation Xer. Oh god, yeah. Pathing in these games is just like... And sometimes it's incomprehensible to me. Sometimes I'm just like, it's right that, like, just, it's, go there. Nope. And all this so I can get to a dude who's probably going to be like, oh, hello. No, I don't have anything to sell you. Yeah, there we go. What is this treachery, Callus? You've been well paid to protect me. You shouldn't have been so open about the profits you made in West Harbor, Galen. My brother and I think we deserve a little something extra for our work. Is everything all right? Nasty bit of business here. My bodyguards have taken leave of their senses and decided to rob me. My singing killed your browser? Wow. Actually, speaking of, the darkness killed the light. Alright. Are you sure you want to do this, Callus? You do remember how capable our friend here is, do you not? I think I'll take my chances, Galen. I bet on more campaigns than these two whelps can count. I won't let you rob him. And that goes double for me. Drop your weapons, you motherless goats! Oh, he called them motherless goats. Attack, brother! Leave no witnesses! That money is ours! Well, now you've done it. Look at this guy. He's like, I've been in more campaigns. He didn't even get to me. Like, he just was on his way, and I'm like, arrow, and then freaking, like, Kelgar knocked him in the next week. Really? What kind of campaigns were you in? D&D ones? Nice work. Nice guards you got here. Tremendous work. Listen, if you ever need some other help, you might want to go somewhere else other than Rent-A-Guard. Once again, you've saved my hide. I can't believe my own guards would turn on me like this. I couldn't just stand by and let it happen. I, for one, am most grateful that there are those who are still guided by honor and justice. Rest assured that the guards of Neverwinter will hear of the role you played in protecting me today. I am not without friends in the city. In the meantime, however, accept this money as a token of my gratitude. Perhaps you could spare a little more. I did save your life after a while. You performed a great service, of course. Here, I can spare more, and you did risk your life, as you said. It's a small price to pay for my continued good health. I'll be heading for the garrison at Fort Locke straight away. From there, I shall find an escort the rest of the way to Neverwinter. I thank you again and wish you safe travels. 150 gold. What was he going to give me? 50? This guy. Okay. See, I thought I was going to go there and he's going to be like, now that you've saved me, let me help you with... But nope. Silver ring. Otherwise known as time to sell. Rent-A-Guard has a money-back guarantee. Yes, you noticed that, did you, Inch? This way I don't run the risk of offending anyone because I'm just making fun of, you know, myself. Although, in fairness, I would not actually be saying stuff like, I've seen more campaigns than these blah blah blah. I mean, I wouldn't be doing that to begin with. So I would not have to worry about it. Hey, wait, where's Hazel? Where's Rachel? All right. Aw, man, I think they killed my rabbit. Those bastards. Still Rose, I will be streaming until about 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't actually have anybody after me today. I think the next person up is the Crocs tomorrow. But I do have dinner that I have to eat and stuff and work I have to do. So I'll probably be streaming till right around 7 p.m. So about another 40 minutes or so, roughly. Aw, thanks, Steel Rose. I appreciate that. That's kind of you to say. Yeah, you know, the thing about the gold situation is it depends. It's funny, too. You know, a game like, as you get higher level, of course, gold becomes a more trivial thing. But if you look at something like... Oh, here they come. Oh, God. Stay here. I'm just going to wait, because they're going to come find us. So I'm not going to go running after them. Soon they'll be back. And we'll attack them when they do. So, Adventures of Middle-earth, which is a game that I play on my channel twice a month, which is a really cool, really awesome system. Gold there makes a big difference, and you don't get that much of it. So when you have it, it's the kind of thing that you really want to conserve it, whereas it's much more of a kind of, like, loose commodity in D&D, I think. So... Yes, it is based on 5e. I guess they're not coming. All right, well, I'm not going to wait around for you then. It is based on 5th edition, and it's excellent. Oh, damn it. I literally was like, oh, I guess he's not coming. And then they showed up. He's like, wait, I'm here. It is the D&D 5e game. It's really cool. Like, they did such a great job with basing. It's obviously based on 5th edition, but the sort of form of it that it takes is much different in terms of how it feels, because of several mechanics they add to it that are more specific to the Tolkien universe. So, really like AIME. Ooh, what is that? We have a corpse over there. Ooh, 88 gold pieces. All right. Sorry that person didn't make it. Aha! See ya. I did move. Yes, Stefano. This is a new place for the last... I've been here just a little over a month now. Yeah, I lived in the other place. In fact, you've never seen me stream, except for when I'm on the road. In terms of my home base, I started streaming after I moved to my old place, which I lived in for over 10 years. But we moved to a new place. This is a 200-year-old sea captain's house, former sea captain's house. Yeah, this is my new office and streaming space. So I've got, which I could not be more, I mean, like, I'm just kind of, like I say all the time, I just pinch myself because it's such an amazing space. I've never had a place that actually had this kind of space that's mine, that's got room. It's just awesome. So it's very exciting. Exactly, Elric. And of course at night I've got like sort of light, I've got different lights set up now, and it's great. He teleported. No, not teleport. Thank you, Wilgaret. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy. Okay, Fort Lock Soldier. Hey.
I am listening.
Getting bored sitting in this fort. Valis needs to start our patrols back up and soon. Yeah, otherwise you might go do racial bigotry. What's up, Marshal? Galen tells me what you did for him. Glad you managed to keep him in one piece. You look familiar. You're not a harborman by any chance, are you? Yes, I am. Why do you ask? Harbormen are hard to miss once you've met one, and I have met plenty, being from West Harbor myself. I'm Cormac, City Watch Marshal of Neverwinter City. You wouldn't have heard of me. A city watchman is hardly a glamorous profession. I know this dude. He's the dude that supposedly no one would ever match Cormac. Thank you, Stephanos. I appreciate it. Thank you. If it gets dark enough here, although I don't think it will, but certainly in the winter, when it, fall and all that, when the nights come earlier, you'll be able to see, I actually will then start streaming with the lights in the back, and that changes this up very differently. I do love this place during the day so much light, but now I've got a new lighting setup for nighttime as well, which I'm happy with, so yeah, but thank you. Cormac, you're famous in West Harbor, or so they say. Ha! I don't know about famous. West Harbor's a small village, though, so I'm not surprised you know of me. Wait a moment. I recognize you. Dagon's foster child. Imagine running into you here. How's that old piece of crap, old man nowadays? Nothing much has changed about him. Still keeps to himself, does he? Ah, the death of his wife really hit him hard. Changed him a great deal. He seems to have done a good job raising you. So tell me, what are you doing so far away from West Harbor? Father sent me to Neverwinter on a task. You'll be making a stop at Highcliff then. Be careful. From what I've been hearing from the refugees, bandits own the roads now. Well, why are you here? Well, mainly to make sure Galen got here safely. He may be crazy and greedy, but he's still a friend. I'd also heard rumors that the garrison here had stopped its patrols. Figured I'd looked into it while I was down here. And of course, it turns out the rumors were true. No patrols, meaning the roads are crawling with bandits and worse now. West Harbor itself came under attack recently. By the gods, I knew it. I told Valis that he was putting the village at risk, but he wouldn't listen. Who is Valis? All right, sounds good, Fallen Mystic. Enjoy dinner. Hey, what's up, Rising Tides? Thank you for the follow, Patch Up of the Argonauts. Hey, Rising Tides, congratulations, by the way. Rising Tides, I'm able to say, I'm able to tell people your real name, yes? So I can call you out in a good way? Can I do that? I just want to make sure. I think, people know who you are on my channel, and I think they know who you are on this channel anyway. So it's not like a big secret, but I just want to make sure. Is it cool? Can I? Okay. So Rising Tides is actually Brandon O'Brien, who is, first of all, a good friend of mine. Secondly, is a wonderful poet and speculative fiction and other kinds, but is a wonderful poet from Trinidad. And Brandon was, the poetry editor at Faya Literary Magazine, which is an amazing speculative fiction magazine that particularly focuses on voices of color. And Faya was just nominated for a Hugo Award. Plus, Brandon is also the co-host of Skiffy and Fanty's podcast, which was, again, nominated for a Hugo. But that happens all the time. Like, Skiffy and Fanty falls over and they fall into Hugo nominations. So, no, I'm just kidding. Skiffy and Fanty's amazing. And so Brandon is now part of that. And Brandon is the co-host with me of Speculate, which is my podcast that he and I run with Mike Underwood, which is an actual play podcast that does stuff on my channel and also off of my channel with like actual play stuff with like Blades in the Dark and other various systems. And Brandon also on my channel runs not only the Speculate thing, but also runs a game called Sound Clash the Clampdown, which he designed and which is awesome. So Brandon is good people, and I wanted to congratulate Brandon publicly for the Hugo stuff, the Hugo noms. And so congrats, Brandon, for all the things, as part of this stuff, because Hugos are a big deal. So yeah. Also, what's up, Hillness? What's going on, man? So yeah, congrats. And if you haven't already, you should be like following Brandon's stuff because Brandon is awesome, dude. In so many ways. Super talented, smart, empathetic, good dude. Temporary commander here at Fort Locke. For the sake of the North, I hope he's just that, temporary. The people rely on these troops for safety. Refugees are starting to trickle in because the surrounding area has gotten more dangerous. Maybe you can get some sense into that thick skull of his. Once he hears that West Harbor came under attack, he may change his mind. I'll see what I can do. Thank you again for helping Galen out. He probably would have gotten into trouble with or without the patrols. It's good to see you. Hopefully you can win Valis over and I can get back to Neverwinter sooner rather than later. Alright. Thank you again for getting me out of that swamp. I'll be waiting here until the patrols start, though I won't wait forever. Why don't you just risk the journey? I'd count on having my 2 guards with me, and, well, you know how that turned out. I assumed the rest of my journey would be uneventful. I never anticipated patrols being stopped along the high road. You're getting a 10% pay rate and maybe moved into a new pay grade. It means an even bigger pay raise. Wow, congratulations, Hillness. Jeez, man, everyone's just coming in. They're like, well, great news, good stuff. Man, after the year that we've all suffered through in the world, some of us more than others, I know a lot of people could use some good news. Congratulations, Hillness. That's awesome. So there you have it. Until the roads are safer, I'm not going anywhere. Although if the wait is too long, I'll have to risk it. There has already been a costly trip, and I can't afford any further delays. Must be someone else you can turn to. Believe me, we would if we could find anyone of higher rank than this lieutenant. I'm beginning to think this will be my last trip ever to West Harbor in the Mare. The trouble just isn't worth the profit. Oh, now wait a second. Show me what you have for sale. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. All right.
Yes.
Time for you to sell stuff. Sell. 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 Organize. All right.
Yes.
1073. Boots of hardiness. Bracers of archery. Now you're talking my... Now you are talking my language. Crit Twitch. And also, hi, Mrs. Dunsel. Okay. Bonus feat. Oh, +1 dex. 5,500 gold, though. Good gravy. Really? Yes! +1 arrows. I've been waiting for that. Hell yeah. Alright, let's see what else they got. Potion of Cure Light Wounds. Got a Ring of Resistance. Do you have a bag of holding? 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 Lesser magic bag. See? That's better, but... shoot. Cloak of Protection. Oh, those bracers are so nice, but I don't have anywhere near enough to get 5,000 gold. So, we are going to have to go with regular arrows. At least I'll be able to get regular arrows. Only one set of them also, so... Alright, we'll bring those out when we need to. I think we're okay on other arrows. We have 150 other arrows. Man. Boots of Hardiness. +1 AC, +1 con. That's nice. 3,200 gold, though. Man. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Only usable by monk. See? Again, only usable by monk. But we don't have... Our boy Kelgar's not a monk yet. Okay. Alright, thanks, Galen. Let's take a look at Jacoby. What's up, Jacoby? Welcome to Fort Lock, strangers. No, it's not the right voice. Welcome to Fort Lock, strangers. I'm Jacoby, the finest weaponsmith around. Not that my full talents are ever put to good use out here. Anyway, what can I do for you? Show me what you have for sale. Certainly. Here are some weapons. As you can... Ooh. Oh. Composite longbow. Why is everything so expensive? Harbingerkin? What the hell is this? This weapon bears the mark of the dwarf Marek, master blacksmith at Neverwinter's Shining Knight's arm and armor, forged early in 1373 DR, to aid the heroes who sought to free his quarantined city from the virulent grasp of the so-called Wailing Death. Ah, yes. 2 bonus fire damage and +1. Wow, that's nice. Ironwood War Mace. You know, I may have to sell that kukri because I need a longbow. I mean, like... Yeah. Yeah. I hate to do it, but... I need monies. Money, 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 money. Money. Okay. I have all this already. No, don't sell that. Yes. Okay, can I sell other things? 1913. Thunderstone. Sell it. How much do I need for that longbow? 2,400. I'm still 600 short. I don't need this. Sell it. I could sell the golden chalice, but... Alright, sell that. Sell that.
Yes.
How can I help?
That dagger +1 is 600. 600, huh?
Yes.
Fascinating. Have you heard the good news, Nishka, about just a plain old dagger? You heard the good news about that? Because I'm here to tell you, you'd be surprised the amount of damage you can do with just your ordinary dagger. Like, you'd be shocked. Like that big dagger. I mean, okay, so the magical dagger, it's magical, but, you know, you're always worried about it. Like, what if you lose it, right? What if I just took that off your hands, right? And what if, you know, what if we perhaps just, you know, maybe instead use the money for something like a really awesome ranged weapon? Man, 600 gold. Actually, 500 gold. Yeah, we're doing that. Goodbye. Sorry. Look, it's just as good as the old one. It's like really good. It's like really well made. Look, see, it says made. It says made in Guam. See, it says made in. That's really good. I'm just gonna like. Oh, look! I just happen to have a weapon I just bought. Yeah. I can give you this short bow. I think it's time that you have a good short bow. Like I don't think it's fair for you not to have a short bow. I think that you should have a good one. So use this with my. No, I insist. I don't. I would not feel right. Not giving you that. I just think that would be wrong. So I'm just gonna look. I've given you this, and I think we're all in the same boat together. I think like that's. Now I think I feel pretty good about that. I think that's good.
Follow me and quickly.
Nishka's dagger? I mean, well, look, Hilness, selling is such a strong term. I repurposed it for the purposes of redistributing the wealth among our group. So that the methods of production would wither away, and I would end up with a composite longbow. So that's what happened, and it's I used it in a barter. I mean, I creatively reconceived her inventory aspects. That's all. I just Liza. Well met, traveler. Have you come to Fort Locke to take refuge with the rest of us? It's getting crowded, but I think we can make some extra room if you're in need. What made you come here? Some of us fled the mare, what with lizard folk and other beasts moving north. Some of the smaller settlements have already been overrun. Others fled the plains to escape the banditry out there. Without regular patrols, the region's become too dangerous to live in. There were a few who fled to Highcliff, others to Neverwinter. Still, most of us consider this area our home and would like to return when things settle down. You mentioned bandits? They're a fact of life out here, but these bandits have become bolder with the lack of regular patrols. They're now taking prisoners and demanding ransom. My own husband is among the ones taken. Is there anything I can do to help? You'd be willing to help? Oh, thank the gods. Bless you for your kindness. Perhaps I could even give you a dagger. +1. No one knows where the camp might be, but if there's anything you could do to free our loved ones, we'd be eternally grateful. I'll see what I can do. I think where these bandits might be. I saw a large camp on the way to Fort Locke. If it's the bandit camp, who knows how much gold they've stashed there? Can you mark where this bandit camp is? Of course. They may have some ill-gotten gains we can help ourselves to. Way ahead of you, Nishka. All right. These are all refugees. Great. Okay. Now it's time to talk to Valis. Okay, sounds good. Thanks as always, Rising Tide. Congratulations again. I'll see you soon, my friend. But that's not how that conversation went down, Hilness. You're oversimplifying something considerable. There is so much more to that interaction. All right, Valis. A stranger in Fort Locke. If there's something you want, be quick about it. I have a garrison to run. Are you the commander here? I am. And let me tell you, with Fort Locke being the way it is nowadays, it's a good thing. These soldiers need military discipline, and by the gods, that's what they'll get. I hear you're filling in until the commander returns. Where is he? Filling in? That fool Tan allowed this place to fall apart. I spent every waking moment bringing order back to the garrison. He's been missing too long anyhow, probably met the same fate as the other patrols we've lost. I've already sent news to Neverwinter of his loss. It's merely a formality before I officially take charge of this garrison. Wouldn't they want proof of your commander's death before promoting you? True. I hadn't thought about that. But I can't spare the men for an investigation. 3 patrols already lost, refugees trickling in, and with discipline in a shambles, we'd be hard-pressed to hold this fort with what we have. Why don't you send out another patrol? What, and lose that one too? I'd be foolish to send out another patrol. What happened to them? I don't know, and I'm not about to risk more men to find out. What if I were to handle this for you? You, a civilian, helping a military garrison with an investigation? Why? I'm not a civilian. I was a member of the West Harbor Militia. That hardly qualifies as military experience. I'm surprised you even learned which end of a sword to hold. Oh, you're right about that. Whoop-cha! Thanks for your assist. Though I am in no position to refuse any aid offered, I must question your motives for assisting the garrison. I want you to resume the patrols. Absolutely not. Until I know what happened to the others, I'm not risking any more men. Your superiors would look favorably upon your promotion if you settled this without further loss of men. They care what happens to the men less than I do. However, if you can discover the fate of our commander and the patrols, I may be convinced to change my mind. I want to know what happened out there. Complete your investigation, and I'll see what I can do about resuming our patrols. Where should I begin looking? All 3 patrols were lost east of here. We've never had any reports of trouble there in the past few seasons, so what happened to them is a mystery. There's really nothing there except for the plains and an old graveyard. Of course, it is at the edge of the mare, so anything could have wandered in from the swamp. Anything else I should know? Nothing of note. As I've said, we've never had any trouble from the east before. Now you best be going. I have more important matters to attend to. I think I deserve a little something for myself. I'm taking all the risks. So you're a mercenary. Commander Tan was quite willing to work with your kind. Given the shortage of men here at the fort, I see no alternative. Very well, how much do you seek for your employment? This is easily worth 300. For a mercenary, I can't justify spending that much gold on someone who has yet to prove their worth. I think half that would be more than sufficient. Fine, make it 200 gold. An outrageous price, but very well. For this much gold, I expect results, and quickly. You'll find that I'm worth the price. Bold words for someone who has yet to prove their worth. We shall see. Now, unless there's nothing further, I have other matters to attend to. Begin my search immediately. I do hope you won't disappoint me. Well, I'm already disappointed in you, my dude, so... Alright, who the hell are you, Tor Millows? Well met, traveler. I wonder if I might appeal to you for some assistance. Who are you? I am but a lowly priest of Ilmater. I was waylaid along the road from Highcliffe by bandits who made off with the holy symbol which was granted to me when I was accepted into my order. What were you doing alone on the road? I've heard it's dangerous. Service to Ilmater requires that I aid travelers in whatever manner I can. I travel between this fort and Highcliffe, tending to those in need. I trusted that even bandits would leave a man such as myself unmolested, as I am sworn to help all travelers, even those of lesser morals. I was clearly mistaken. Do you know where these bandits might be? Sadly, I do not. If it helps, however, they fled to the north after robbing me. I'll get that symbol back for you. I thank you. I shall wait for you here at the fort. May Ilmater watch over you. Alright. So, we got the dude, bandit to the north, and we got the investigation to the east. Okay. Hey, what's up, Wolfsoul? Exactly, yes. That's true, it's exactly what he would have done, Hilness. Well met. If you're here to use the crafting tools, I can give you some pointers. Who are you? Just an old soldier trying to pass on what he knows before Torn calls him home. So, need any help? No. Fair enough. You burn down the place trying to mix quicksilver and fire essence, don't come crying to me. I won't. I'm not crafting. Thanks, though, for your assistance. You have anything here that I can take? Ooh. Hey, now. Ho, ho, ho! I see we have a lot of stuff. Alright, what do we got here? Wondrous potions of the Brothers of Ilmater. Wow. That's amazing. I have to be honest. After seeing this, it really has made me change my mind about the whole question of whether or not it makes any sense to do crafting. I mean, I think now that I have all this material, it definitely suggests to me that there are some options available. Maybe now that I understand what this is all about, I can definitely do something with it. I can take these items and perhaps actually do something with them. And oh my goodness, I sold it all for 1 billion gold. Get the hell out of here. What's up, Norway? Yeah, I have to say, I don't like crafting in almost any game. It's just not my thing. Like, most of the time, what I would prefer to do, actually, is I would prefer it if I were just actually finding items that are really awesome. Like, that's... I don't want to make stuff. Like, I'd be playing Minecraft if I want... I don't know. Drop. Drop. Okay. Belladonna. Obsidian. Okay. Lovely. All right. 463 gold. Made a little money there. Yeah, I just, it's like, I don't, it just always felt bolted on to me. Like, and most of the time, just like, I want to explore and find awesome things in chests and be like, ooh, this thing is really cool. I don't want to be freaking spending all this time like, oh, well, let me add 3 of this and 4 of this. I'm like, what is this, an MMO? Arvin Fortlock. Okay. All right, chat. Let's head north. You again. Hey, stop looking at me mysteriously. Yeah, refraction, is it? Okay, so we've got Bandit Camp. We've got Bandit Camp. We've got... All right, we got the Weeping Willow Inn. Okay, there's West Harbor. Not going to High Cliff yet. We got the Bandit Camp to the north. The graveyard there. Fort Lock is where we are. Swamp Cave. The hell is the Swamp Cave? Oh, is the Swamp Cave... Is the Swamp Cave where we went? The ruins or whatever? And the Weeping Willow Inn. Alright, we're going to go to the Bandit Camp. Yeah, no, I know. Stop right there. All that walk this road must pay a toll of 10 gold. Hang it on and you can go your way. This isn't worth your lives. Leave now and no one will get hurt. I've got to put something in my diplomacy. You're the ones that are going to get hurt. Come on, lads, attack. Somebody attacked the wrong party. Oh, hey, a polished key. Alrighty. Let's go talk about this, shall we? Ooh, what do we have here? Okay, first of all, can you identify this?
Everybody, follow me.
We can. Greater gloves of concentration. Outstanding. All right.
I am listening.
I've got gloves of concentration, but you know what's better? Greater gloves of concentration. We'll give these to her, just for the moment.
Follow me and quickly.
Well, the thing is that I don't think I have much in Intimidate. I got to do more with Diplomacy. I mean, I got to put some points into it. All right, good.
Yes.
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 I am listening.
I am listening. There we go. Here's Hazel. Okay. Lovely. All right. Where were we? Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. I did, although it's getting to the point where I'm going to have to turn on some extra light in a moment because it's getting darker. We are rapidly upping the aperture here. Because, you know, we're not yet in, we're still in spring, so. Okay. All right, where was I going before I was so rudely interrupted by bandits? To deal with bandits. That's where I was heading. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Arvin Bandit Camp. All right. Hey, what's up? How you doing, life? How are you, that Aspie life? This is very dramatic music. Oh, 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 oh. What's up, Mortara? Let's see if I can deal with this. Oh, wow. It's a little closer to the end than I thought. All right, well. Bandit, bandit, bandit. Good start. Oh my god, my rabbit attacked. Wait, I don't know if I want my rabbit attacking. That seems like a bad idea. Oh, you just killed my rabbit. Dude, this guy's a tryhard. Okay. 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 Oh no. He is deadly. Oh, wait. Remains. Nice. Okay, Nishka, what is this?
Yes.
Amulet of Natural Armor +1. Hell yes. I'm not even gonna look twice. Definitely want that on you. Okay. Holy Hand Grenade. 3 is the number thou shalt count. Neither shalt thou count 4, neither shalt thou count 2, except that thou must then immediately proceed to 3. And then was it 5 is right out. Hello, Bandit Archer. Okay.
You shall soon trouble no one.
Okay, let's get a heal off, please. Dude, Okay, I need to mass curious your wounds here. Can you... Hello? Okay, I don't know what... Oh, hi. Hello, jackass. Shooting me from behind the wall. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, so I'll get in here and do that. Okay, I think I may actually... I'm going to give this longbow to you. That's actually, never mind then. I'm going to give this longbow to him.
Yeah?
Because he needs to be able to carry... No, I'll give it to you to sell.
Yes.
Let's see.
How can I help?
How you doing? Oh,
I am listening.
okay.
How can I help?
Alright, I'm going to
Follow
equip
me
him
and
with his
quickly.
+1 arrows for this fight. Okay. Yeah, the Harvest Cup, I think it actually has 2 charges, but the Golden Chalice is the thing I was trying to use. Oh, it's out of, that's why, it's out of charges. Yeah, alright, that's fine. I will deal with that once I deal with these people. Okay, actually, but you really do need to get healed, though. Okay. Those are some really highly aware...
To battle!
Good times, good
Time
times.
for a little fun.
I am enjoying wrecking face on these bandits. Alright. Here we go. Now.
Follow me and quickly.
Time to level up. Now, can I take, I think, if this is correct, I still can't do this? Oh, you know why? Okay, so I have point blank shot, I have weapon focus, and I have spell casting, but I don't have a +6 bonus because I think I'm 1 class short, so, or 1 level short rather. So I'm close. So we're going to keep going on Ranger. Is what that means. And I definitely want another point in diplomacy. Alright. Let's see. Don't need any points in lore because she's covering that. Like to increase spot. And listen. Okay. Now. Oh, and I get... Oh, so I get an animal companion and a familiar. Alright, so here we go, chat. We got Badger. Badger. Let's take a look at the stats. Alright, Wolf, Pack Hunters possess the capability to knock down an opponent. Brown Bear. Brown Bear. You know what we're doing. Boar, Giant Spider. Although, now, okay, so here's the thing. I am so tempted to do the Panther, and the reason I'm so tempted to do Panther is that in my second book of that Gray Shade series of books I was talking about, which is called Renegade, the main character meets a panther and like basically becomes a companion. So I'm so tempted, but the reality is that a bear would probably be more useful. Yeah. All right, let's see. A bear. What will I call this bear? No, I'm not going to call it Trendane. That would get very strange. Bruno. Okay. Gotta government. Yeah. Barely. Barry McBareface. These are all quality suggestions, everybody. Okay. Let's level you up. Fighter, yeah. Taunt, yes. I want you to really know how to taunt. And intimidate. I think actually parry would work better than that. Super easy.
How can I help?
Oh, is that true? Berenzia, that's a good one. Okay, obviously we're keeping her as a rogue, which means 18 dex. Wish she had better than a minus. I'd like to get that wisdom up, but not at the cost of not having a better dexterity. Although that intelligence, man, would be good for lore as well. Anyway. Okay. Disable the device. It's time to down. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Okay. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Yep, exactly. Okay, now. Let's see if I can rest. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, now we got a rabbit, we got a bear. Wait, I still have a... What? I still have the Wait a minute. Do I have that? Because it said you could resummon. And... Oh, man, that would suck a lot. So that means I need to get, like, some kind of restoration or something. I don't understand, though. Summons 1d6 damage, but may summon the familiar again in the following day. Okay, so I resummoned him. Why is my con decreased? Honestly, not sure why that happened.
Yes.
Elixir of Horus Ray. Oh, you can use this as a sunbeam, huh? Okay.
I am listening.
Yes.
I am listening.
This is what happens when you find food on the floor. Is that what it is? Okay. Oh my god. How about we go this way, guys, alright? I don't want to cause anyone any problems. Let's speak to the cow. Cow? Pig? I love that the creatures in this pivot, like, to speak to you even though they have nothing to say. They're just like, burp. Aha. Don't want to live like a refugee. You're free.
I don't know how you managed to slip through the camp, but we'd best be getting out of here.
Slip through the camp. Oh, for 8 hours, Thorg? Yeah, see, that's what it used to be, Mean Jim, in sort of like the tabletop kind of version of things, but it sounds like this is different. I love that they said slip through the camp. If by slip you mean slaughtered everything that stood in my path, yes, I slipped through. I have a love-hate relationship with MMOs, Stefanos. I've played a ton of them. I actually played easily over 10 of them. I've played World of Warcraft. I have played, let's see, I played Star Wars Galaxies. I played The Old Republic. Not Knights of the Old Republic, the other one. Star Wars The Old Republic. I have played Ultima Online. I have played Meridian 59, which I'll bet most of you haven't heard of. I have played EverQuest 1 and 2. I played Asheron's Call 1 and 2. So that's the next one. I have played Shadowbane. I played Elder Scrolls Online. I have played Final Fantasy 14. I've played one or two. Oh, Guild Wars. So I played a bunch of these, and most of the time the problem I have is that I don't like the questing setup that they have in them. Most of them are very fetch questy. And generally the thing that the MMO does is something which I don't necessarily love, which is the fact that you have to be really grouped up with other people. Now I know everyone's like, oh, this is solo. Oh, I also play Lord of the Rings Online. I forgot about that. And people are like, well, but you know, this is, you know, you're playing more on your own and you can do, it's more solo friendly. Every game I've ever played, Dark Age of Camelot, I can't believe I forgot that I played too. Every game I've ever played like this is a game where you start going and then you fall behind and then you're like frantically trying to catch up. And it's just not, I don't know. It's just not my bag. I did play Neverwinter Nights AOL a little bit. Yeah. So for me, I like them okay. But honestly, the thing that I liked the most about them when I was playing them regularly was the fact that you really could group up and play with other people and do stuff like that. But honestly, like, what we're doing here with you folks in here, you know, we've had averaging around 125 people in here for the last few hours, like chatting and playing Neverwinter Nights. That to me is exactly what the experience of an MMO is, except I get to control more of the experience and get more meaningful interactions with you than I do in an MMO. So it's I don't mind it. I mean, like Lord of the Rings Online, I've actually played a little bit on stream, and I may even do more of that on my channel at some point in the future. I don't mind it, but honestly, I like games that are more centered around your own focal point. And when I do play co-op games, and I love co-op games, I love for the game to be something which is truly co-op and not driven by a lot of fetch questy type stuff for me. Rob is the most MMO. Yeah. So it's one of those things that happens. Nonstop has subscribed to Tier 1. Ah, God bless America. I never remember to set up the GOG alerts on here. I am very sorry about that. I had the other alerts on. Sorry about that, Nonstop, but thank you so much for the Tier 1 sub. 52 months. Holy cow. Thanks, dude. Thank you all so much. What are you people doing in here?
We're being held for ransom by these bandits. We need to get out of here before they discover us missing.
I mean, well, they're dead.
Are escaping!
Oh no. Lead the way and hurry. We won't be of much use to you in a fight.
You'll see what they're too long delayed.
Okay, wait. This is why this keeps happening. Get away from there. You stay, all right? Whoa, someone just critically hit my bear. You killed my animal companion. You killed Bruno. You will pay the ultimate penalty. The penalty for killing Bruno is death. So you have chosen death. Okay, can we focus, please? Are you kidding me? Get over here. All right. You folks are all good. Let's get over there. All right. Okay. Success. Okay, we took him out. Okay, now I'm going to bring this over to you.
Yes.
And what is this thing that we just found? These are arrows. What? Oh,
Yes.
God, I hate that sometimes. Okay, wait. You identified it, right? What the hell is the thing? Oh, sound burst. Okay. All right.
Yeah?
Okay, good.
And quickly.
Yes?
All right. It's all good. We're just going to pick up some stuff here in this bandit camp that we're sneaking out of. Everyone make noise. Everyone be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits. Okay. They're not going to want me to go in here, are they? See ya. Wizard dies first. Whoa!
This one.
That didn't work out as I planned. Oh, come on.
Let's get him.
Oh, God, come on. Kill them, please. Jeez. Thank you. Good gravy.
To battle!
Wow, 44 damage.
Take that!
I think we've had enough of this one.
Take that!
I guess they heard us fighting. Come on.
Take that! Take that!
Okay.
Take that!
Man, Kelgar doing such freaking work. You put that on. Go, excuse you. Okay. No, Nishka, no. Come back here, Nishka. What's up, Keep Dundon? Yeah, now she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Disabled, lovely. Hey, we found his holy symbol. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, you take that. You take that because you're going to need to use it in just a second. You take that.
Follow me and quickly.
All right. You heal yourself because boy do you need it. You pick that up. Wow, we got a lot of stuff in here, people. Look at all this business. Also, you're going to sell that. Wand of Lightning. Robe of Fire Resistance. Resistance Fire 15. All right. I'll give that to him.
I am listening.
Okay, never mind. I forgot that that was a robe. That was not a cloak. It's a robe. So it was my bad. All right. All right. Well, then I'm going to have to sell it. That's fine. We'll make some money off of that. That's no problem. Okay. Okay. Now, I just want to make sure that I haven't missed anything with these ones. Because also, I've got to come to a close here shortly. So I'm going to quick save it. I'm going to rest. Oh, I can't rest while there are enemies nearby. I've never seen that message before. 1,000,000 times in my role-playing career. Alright. This door is trapped? Why don't you deactivate there, Nishka? Good. Alright, let's do this first. Oh, shoot. You unlock it. Never seen an open trapdoor. Seems a little odd. Okay. Locked. Okay, you handle that, Nishka.
Well. Looks like this lock needs some special attention.
Yeah, exactly right.
All done.
Hold on one second. My bad, sorry. So I've got to finish, I got to wrap up here and get out of the fort with the refugees. And hopefully that will take care of them.
I can't believe we made it out in one piece. You were amazing in there.
Well,
Thanks, but just a typical day's work, really.
Our thanks to you, friend, and to your dwarven friend, too. We'll make our way to Fort Locke from here.
glad I was able to help.
I'm certain our families will wish to thank you as well back at the fort. Safe travels to you.
Did you see the way he ignored me? He thanked you, but it was like I didn't even exist. I helped too, you know.
A true hero doesn't need the thanks of others.
Oh, really? You were puffed up so much when they thanked you, I almost thought there were two of you.
You have my thanks for helping.
Well, thanks.
What?
I mean, you did good in there.
What am I doing?
I think we'd actually get through that in one piece.
Am I proposing? What am I doing?
As a team without having to backstab.
I am not a
Yeah,
dwarf.
I can tell you that.
What the hell was that? Oh my god. Alright. Get back in here. We're going to go into that room and then I'm going to close up shop for the night. Oh, alright. Well. Okay. So. Summon familiar. And magic weapon. Awesome. All right. So I'm not going to do this. I just wanted to get in here. So when I next play this, I'm going to want to finish up the rest of this little bandit fort, then get out of here and head back to Fort Locke. So, wait, what do you mean spell fizzled? Get the hell out of here. There we go. Didn't fizzle that time. All right. So, Arvin Bandit Camp. Okay. And quick save. You still wanted to buy stuff, yes. Okay. All right, folks. So that is going to do it for me for today. And I hope that folks enjoyed it today as much as I did. This was great, but I got to get on out of here. I ran a little bit over because I knew I didn't have anybody right after me, but I got to get moving. So that is the deal. Oh yeah, the NWNI was your PC background. Nice. Well, thank you, Wolf Soul. Yeah, the PC background's from the end of The Witcher 3. One of the DLCs, and I love the DLC so much in The Witcher 3. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as I did. This was a great time. Next week, we have got D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder here at Pen and Pixels on GOG, and then the week after that is Talisman Adventures, and the week after that, we'll be back into more Neverwinter Nights 2, although I will be playing some Neverwinter Nights 2 on my channel, so if you want to see more of this, make sure to check me out, because when I am not doing tabletop role-playing stuff over there, I'm going to be playing a lot of this game, so that's going to be good times. Otherwise, remember that tomorrow the Crocs will be with you, and please, if you like what you saw and heard today, follow the channel. Please subscribe to us here on GOG.com, and please consider clicking through and following and subscribing to us on our own channels as well, because that kind of stuff is always appreciated. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm hyped for more D&D 2. Yes, always. Thank you so much, everybody, and this was great. Thank you for being a great audience and for having fun with me, and I will see you folks soon. Until then, thank you so much, Elric, for the follow. I appreciate it. Until then, everyone be good to each other, and I'll catch you all soon. Night for now.
Sun is hidden far